All right, good morning, everybody. If you can hear me and if the audio sounds good, hit that number 1, please. Again, if you can hear me and the audio sounds good. Fairchild, Trucking, Change here, Kyle, anybody else? I always like to at least get 5 number 1s, and we're struggling here. We're struggling to get, there we go, Mark Zooks. Okay, sound all right. Very good. Perfect. All right, very quickly, for those of you that watch this in the archive, if you want to help to have continue something to watch in the archive in the future, then you can help support this stream by using code CLAY with any of these prop firms I use. I recommend Take Profit Trader. I think they're the king of the business at this point. So code CLAY, all caps, with any of these prop firms, though, is how you can ensure that you'll continue to have something to watch in the archive, as this is totally viewer supported. Maybe someday I'll get some sponsorships, but as of now, no sponsorships, so it is reliant on you using code CLAY. So all caps, thank you very much. All right, let's get this show on the road here. Well, good morning, everybody. It is Monday, March 16th. The year is 2026, and the drama continues with oil and Iran and this and that. And hopefully you're all off to a decent start to the week. I'm doing fine, I guess. I did toast an account. I don't know if I'm going to really take time to talk about it. It was a test account. A breakout just didn't quite work out. But yeah, nothing huge. Not like last week where I toasted a couple pro accounts. So yeah, I suppose it could have been a better start to the week, but also it's not terrible. Yeah, so I'll straight up send Clay to login to prove it. What are we proving here, Nas? What are we proving? You're gonna send me your login for what? So I can withdraw all your profit from my wallet into my account? Is that what you're doing here? But, so how are all your days going, though, so far? Oh, friendly reminder, hit that like button. If you've been here before and you know you're going to enjoy, as many of you have told, hey, Clay, I enjoy the live stream, but you got to remind me. I always forget to hit the like button. Well, here's your first reminder. Please hit that like button. It helps. It makes a difference. I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but hitting that like button, it does help out. So if you don't mind doing that, that would be appreciated. All right, well, maybe a short here. As I look over, first off, what contracts are people trading right now? Are you still on H contracts? Are you on the M contracts? I will say this. I want to be as objectively fair and intellectually honest as possible. Day trading futures through a prop firm is awesome. However, every 3 months, it gets kind of sketchy because it's like, should I go to the next contract or should I stay in the same? From my understanding, the H still has the most volume. I lost my only and first TPT because of my checking. Oh, Connor. Dang. Sorry to hear that. Okay, and we have a mix here between M's and H's. So this is, thankfully, it only happens once every 3 months, and it lasts like a day or two. But I think today is like that day where I'm not quite sure what contracts are the best to change or to be trading right now, the M or the H contracts. I just noticed, right here on the 2 minute, I have the H, and then I looked over on my 5 minute, and that's the M. So right now, okay, I'm short. Okay, a little scalp there to start off the stream. There we go. Okay, just wanted nice little trade there. Scalp. Should not have been a scalp in hindsight. I should have let that thing cook some more. But for the mental, you long time veterans, you know what I like to do for my mental. Kind of just get a winner under my belt. So. Still on H to M. Yeah, I don't know. A member who I trust in our private community said that The H's still have more volume, so I'm sticking with the H. But all right, I am interested in another short up round here if this wants to bounce back up. But even this is kind of nasty, just dirty. It comes up here, acts like it, hey, you know what? Maybe wants to be strong. Then just flushes all the way down, and you got to think if there's stops below those lows, takes out those stops, and now it's heading back up. So this is some dirty action right now. All right, I'm going to just go with, let me change my 5-minute over here. All right, here, let me just, okay. So let's bring this to MNQ. What did I say? I want to do H. All right, let's go back to the H's. So that's the thing with the 5-minute. It is down around this pivot point, and you know we're just getting these spinning tops, dojis, whatever you want to call them. I just like to call them indecision candles because it's not. Does the market still want to go lower? Does it want to bounce? So I'm going with H. I said what I said. I'm going with H. Yeah, I got caught in the flush, wiped out all my gains. Yeah, right here. And this is another thing. Well, I hindsight, but to be fair, I did map this out to our private community, but had the rising wedge, and it worked out beautifully. But for the people that maybe don't believe in rising wedges, don't like them, or were just bullish for whatever reason, trying to buy this pullback here, I mean that's cooked a lot of bullish-minded people now. It's rolled, doggone it, right off the pink line there, that 200 period moving average. So anyways, I think there's been quite a few cooked accounts today. And I am part of that, by the way. As I mentioned earlier, cooked a test account on the breakout here. It did break out. I wanted more than a scalpy scalp, though. And then this moved down here because I went heavy. Cooked me. And then, of course, it went back up. So, yeah. Great start to the week for me. But thankfully, it was a test account. But that is the downside of bigger size. You cannot weather these storms. Had I gone way smaller size, then yeah, I could have weathered this storm as it did pull back before coming up. But that was not what I was looking to do. So, anybody else cooking an account today? Give me a 5 if you cooked an account. Give me a 5 if you're on team. Yeah, I cooked an account. I'll start off. There's my 5. Give me a 5 if you're also on team. Cooked an account today. Like I said, today is one of those days where it makes sense in my mind. There have been some very tricky movements. All right, not a whole lot of us. So for those of you that have not cooked one, congrats. When do we switch to the M chart? When there's more volume on the M, which to my knowledge is not yet the case. Started down 1K, recovered. Wow, nice job, trucking. See, even this. Now, but it is all a matter of perspective. If you are bearish and you took a scalpy scalp here, plenty of wiggle room. If you wanted more movement to the downside, well, hopefully you at least locked in some gains there because, yeah, I mean, there's a 200 period moving average with a beautiful bounce off of that. I am interested, though, in a short up around this area here, give or take. If it wants to bounce up some more, but who knows? With this action, maybe we're about to see a V-shape straight back up, and if that's the case, I'm about to have some losing trades. So, we'll see what happens here. So far, one trade since the live stream started was just a quick little scalpy scalp gain. I roasted a pro account last week also. Good start to the week, though. Good. I'm glad you're having a better start to the week. Yep, same happened to me, but I was able to recover. Oh, good job, Nero. I usually wait until my platform suggests to change. Yeah, well, that's the thing, Mark. Tradeovate did ask, I think on Saturday kind of randomly, if I wanted to roll forward. I'm like, okay, I guess that means the volume has changed. But then, like I was saying, asked the trusted member in the community, hey, can you give me a chart of the volume? And the chart they posted was showing that the H still quite a bit more right now volume-wise. So this is one of these things where I do to where do stocks have an advantage? And this, like I said, this is not anywhere close to making me want to go back to stocks. Not anywhere close. But to be fair about it, a ticker symbol is always a ticker symbol. Like there are no, okay, every 3 months, something about, nope, the ticker symbol is always the ticker symbol. But yeah, thankfully this little annoyance only happens once every 3 months and lasts like, I don't know, a day. And I think today is that day where, maybe tomorrow too, where it's like, okay, which one should I change? I finally requested 3K. Good job, Compton. All right, well, I'm interested in a short up around here, interested in a long down around here. So, and in some senses, kind of watching, I suppose, this potential channel. Hey, HR, good morning. So right now, in the middle of it, kind of see what it wants to ultimately do here. But right now, just got to be patient. Hey, Revin, good morning. Okay, I sent an email to you, I hope. Nas? Are you, I don't know, I thought you were joking earlier about something, but are you talking to quote unquote me on like social media or something? What do you mean you sent me an email? Are you talking to me on like, please don't tell me you're talking to me on like WhatsApp. If so, you are talking to a scammer. Pretending to be me. Yeah, that's what it's starting to sound like now. Like, I hope you did not send me your login information. If you sent me your login information, immediately change that login information. Where's that yellow line? Oh, that was just from this rising wedge earlier. No, I want to send you an email to show you my win. Oh, okay. Yeah, clay@claytrader.com. All right, potentially a short here. We'll see if it wants to get rejected off of the 21 EMA. So watching here for a short. Yeah, no, that'd be great, Nas. Yeah. Been starting to post some screenshots on social media and stuff. From those of you that hang out are loyal followers here that are getting some payouts. I think that's good motivation for other people, and maybe it helps drive some traffic to the live stream too, to let them know that we have some good quality traders here. All right, okay, I thought it froze up. Okay, I'm short. See if it does want to get rejected off this 21 EMA. Couple of initial targets down here. Should I take the scalpy scalp? I don't know. I'll let it cook. I never made money doing this. Yeah, cool, Nas. Yeah, if you mention all that in the email, sounds like that might be some good social media potential. All right, I am short right now, trying to see if this thing does want. Now, to be fair, it has been rejected off the 21 EMA. Now I'm just looking to see if it wants to really get smacked down off of it. See if it wants to get the spanking. So here's my first target down there. Although I am growing wary, and I am. So the one thing that's got me a little freaked out is that over here on the 5-minute, it is bouncing and has found support at the 50 period. Now, I got short up here, so even if it came down here, I'd still, had locked in some profits just in case it did bounce off there. But the fact is, it has already bounced, and as the longer and longer it took to not come down, I'm thinking, okay, maybe this is actually a bounce that's going to deliver upwards movement. And right now, that's looking like it could be the case. So that was not by any means an A+. Now, here it looks actually really good on the 2-minute. But that 5-minute is where I was a little nervous. I got your email. That's fantastic. Looking at it. That's great, man. Congrats. You've been here, I want to say, from almost when I started the stream. Were you here on the first stream or no? Again, a short right here. You know, a short's just stop over the highs here. I can see that. But it's just that 5 minute with that 50 period. Is this going to be some sort of bounce? Hey, good morning, Gary. Good morning, John. Clay's rare is growing. Yeah, my R's. I can't say, well, I think I can say them now, but I used to struggle with my R's. So growing wary is that's a tough one for me. Not going to try to play it off. Growing tired, I should probably say. There we go. Growing tired. From Rome. Cool. Dude, Philly, is this all happening on that same account? You are crushing it on that account. Hey, we need some more likes, people. We are off to a slow start in the like department. So I'm getting a little bit worried because as you veterans know, likes are a key metric for me within my time management department. So I prefer not to use my time on activities where people are not entertained or finding any value. So if you are finding any value or entertained, my metric of gauging that here is the like button. So please hit that like button if in any way, shape, or form you are enjoying that. I know from your end it may not seem like it's doing a whole lot, but it's a key metric for me, like I said, in my pursuit of managing time. Where are you posting some wins? We've been doing some social media stuff. I have somebody that's doing, because I when I'm done with this, I'm so burnt out that like I don't care about my social media. I don't care about in some senses the live stream has been a nice bonus for the business. But on other sense, there's a trade-off. It's like it burns me out mentally. Because going 4 hours doing this, it takes a lot, at least for me. Maybe some people it wouldn't affect. So my social media has kind of fallen away. But anyways, what I'm saying is there is now, I'll be honest. I don't know why I wouldn't say Jimbo, real life friend Jimbo. Him and his wife have been doing some social media stuff. So yes, that is something that he's like, hey man, why don't we've been seeing some good payouts and stuff like that. I think that's good motive. And what's nice about Jimbo is he's a newer trader. He's on his learning journey. So in his mind, it's like, I think it's kind of cool. I think it's motivating when you see other people's payouts and stuff like that. So maybe we should try posting some of those. I'm like, hey, that's a good idea. Go for it. So yeah, YouTube I think, what was it, Saturday, he posted something about Mark, who hangs out here, had a nice payout. So yeah, on that, I don't know. Maybe we should just have people email Jim. I don't know. We'll think about that. But yeah, Philly would love to see that. I think that is, he brings an attribute of a beginner trader. So, I mean, he could speak firsthand. What's motivating? He did always thought, oh man, dude, we got to get a Tesla. And then we'll make a video of you getting the Tesla. I'm like, no, Jimbo. Now that's a little too far into the materialistic category of things. We're not going down that route of marketing. No. We got to keep this just realistic. We don't want to focus on that stuff. So, but Jim, bless his heart, he's like, okay, that's true. I should probably get him a Clay Trader email address. That way he can separate that from his work stuff. What websites are payouts on? What do you mean, Zooks? Like social media. Dude, you're a 19-year-old internet marketer. I guess I don't know this for sure, Zooks, but I would assume that you've heard of social media before, right, brother? How about an old pickup truck instead of a Lambo? A skid steer video? Yeah. 2 months from now, Clay and Bucati. No. I did do a video way back when I bought my truck. But that was more so kind of just to document the process and kind of try to see how the negotiations went. But I don't know. And in hindsight, I still can't tell if that video is cringe or not. How's that for my lingo? Cringe. I mean, it's like I said, I think I've watched it a couple times as a memory. But at the same time, like, I don't know. Is that just like the stereotypical thing? Uh-oh. Okay, either my Tradovate just froze up or we're about to have internet problems. But I'm watching my frame rate. My frame rate is fine on the stream. So I think Tradovate maybe just froze. Not maybe, it definitely did just freeze up on me. All right, there we go, likes. That's better. That's better. Now we're cooking. Yeah, it's moving now, but there was a moment where my crosshair, it definitely froze up. So right here, glad I did not take that short as it did kind of pop back up. Now we're coming back down, but even from a short standpoint, still a little scary because there's a lot of congestion right now. We have that 50 period moving average on the 5 minute. The pivot point's still down there, but just messy. It's messy right now. 2 minute, like I said, looks like, I'd be interested in a short here on the 2 minute if the 5 minute did not look the way it does. But yeah, the 5 minute does, so that's hence my dilemma right now. And by the way, I just wanted to again thank everybody that has used code Clay specifically with Take Profit Trader. Thank you. Friday was a kind of a day of reckoning for some, as Take Profit Trader did eliminate. I don't know how many affiliates, but a lot of them, they're like, yeah, we're gonna cut you off. And as I've said, from a business standpoint, I got to use my time wisely, and if I'm gonna do this 4 hours every day. There needs to be that monetary component with it. And I made the cut. I'm still with Take Profit Trader. So thank you, everybody, for using code Clay. As I've said from day one, and I know this rubs some people the wrong way, from a business transparency, from a brutally honest transparency, you've got to use code Clay if you want the live stream to continue, because code Clay is what makes all this worth the time and effort to do this. And you guys have been doing it, and I've made the cut. Whereas had I been kicked out, I'm not saying the live stream would have ended. I am just saying I would have had to start to do some serious considerations on things. That is all very real, and it became very real, that much more real to me on Friday when those emails showed up. Wow. Some people just like, which is kind of scary, like just like that. I feel like it can be like, all right, you're gone. It's like, whew. So yes, thank you again for everybody that has used code Clay. And please continue to use it. Start a new one Friday. Thank you, Frank. Thank you, Change here. Yeah, again, I'm not saying that I would have ended the live stream had I gotten kicked out. I would have just said I would have started to rethink some things for sure. But yes, if you enjoy, maybe someday I'll be getting sponsorships and it'll be like, hey, do whatever you want. I have the sponsorship, so like, who cares? It's worth my time, no matter what you do on your end. But we are not at that point yet. So that's where Code Clay literally has very real life, behind the scenes business impacts on if the stream continues. So, like I said, thank you again for everybody. But because of you as viewers using Code Clay, I did not need to spend the weekend trying to make any tough decisions. UAE says, okay, you forgot. I was going to say, says rude output. Rude, huh? Crude, but you meant crude output cut in half. Oil was starting to move. Yeah. I still don't know. Is this still pretty, like just in general, is this still pretty spicy action for oil? Or is this kind of how oil trades on a routine basis? Like I said, until all the oil drama, I have not watched oil at all. So I don't know when things kind of go back to normal or not. I realized a couple of days, like when it was crazy, but I still can't tell. Code Clay a day keeps the streaming. I like it, Todd. You're a poet, man. Did you find out if you were the last cut? Did you find out if you were the last before the cut or? I don't. They didn't get that detailed. They just said, "Hey, you're congratulations, you're still in." I am excited to see what they have to offer. They are saying that they're going to be able to work closer with us as affiliates, maybe do some more. I'm not sure. So I'm actually excited to see what happens with all of that. But yeah, no, they did not go into that amount of detail. Oil had less volume and movement before the Iran stuff. From what I remember, it was pretty boring. Okay, gotcha. So it's still relatively active right now then in terms of the norm. On that note, we do have oil over here on the 5 minute right now. Just kissed That 50 period simple moving average, and the 50 period did not like it. Smacked it right back down. Said, don't kiss me. So, but, so maybe kind of, sort of short on oil. Let's come back over here. Ooh. I think I'm going to, let's see here. 42 up to, so it's like a $200 some stop. $45, $55, $65. So yeah, basically a $200. I think I might have been too slow. Oh, look at that. Yeah, 5 minute looks great. All right, looking like I'm too slow on that one. So, all right, back over here we go. Bummer. Hey, good morning, Tim. I'm sorry, I can't remember if I asked. Hey, Pure Tone, how are all your days going, though? Good, bad, green, red, terrible, fantastic? Hey, I'm just going to try just because I think we have an opportunity to record. I don't know if you've ever had 100 likes by the 30-minute mark. We're at the 26.5-minute mark. So, hey, hit the like button if you haven't, and let's set a new record here. Pretty sure we've never actually hit 100 likes within the opening 30 minutes. So, if you are here and you're enjoying and you want to help support the stream, an easy way to do that right now is to hit that like button. So, and hey, just be part of a record. We got 3 minutes to get, at this point, 9 more likes. 3 more likes. Is it different? It is different, yeah, because this is still M. Thank you. Thank you. I did switch back and forth, so there we go. No, I'm doing H. I was told H still has the most volume. Hey, 1-0's a new record. Nice. Very good. Day 2 of third payout window. Lucid London money locked out. Nice job, Nathan. Good. 94 away from passing one. Oh, good. Nice, Jocko. Started down 1,200 now. Very impressive comeback, Kyle. Small green today. Hit a. Oh, man. Nothing better than hitting a banger trade, laying in a nice warm bed with your wife. That's just, I mean, that's trading right there. Well, is this just going to be choppy chop? So right now, what I'm thinking is this: if this is, and it's looking like I'm gaining some kind of credibility in this thought, is if this is like the new little choppy chop range, to do anything right now, essentially diddling in the middle, which can be sketchy within a range. But waiting for something down here, maybe even the 200 period, I think that makes a little bit more sense for a long, whereas if it comes back up here, makes a little bit more sense for a short. So that's my thoughts right now, just kind of building and assuming this is some sort of range. Franco, red to green and MNQ. Nice job, Franco. Just need 1,500 more to pass my first futures eval. Nice job, trades. What size account are you doing? Maybe a short right there. Which would technically, I realize, well, Clay, you just said that'd be diddling in the middle. Yeah, you're not wrong. But I don't know. Is this trend line maybe a leading indicator that it wants to go down here and test the lows here? Maybe. Got 250Ks. Okay, cool. So halfway there, brother. Halfway there. Oil's still looking very interesting with that 50 period. Once again, 2 rejections in a row. Maybe I should be watching more so oil. I'll try to keep an eye. This is where I don't like. Oh! Okay, let me just think real quick. 40. Let's see what happens. Okay, I'm in. Okay, yeah, $50. All right, $50 on that one real quick. I'm like, wait a second. Did I do the math right? And that's right. Every little tick here is $10. Uh, it is a little nerve-wracking when you hop in and like, oh crap, wait, how much is the ticks here? You could also argue, which I would actually agree with to the point I might take the trade, that, well, Clay, I don't think this is actually a sideways channel, brother. I think this is an ascending triangle, to which I would say, hey, I can see that. I can see that. So maybe this is more so just the ascending triangle with the key break being right up here on 20. Okay, all right, 24,700. Oh, here we go. Do I think, is this just gonna reject? Questions, questions, questions. Well, I hesitated, and that might. Do I try? Let me. Yeah. All right, let's play a potential fake breakout. So I'll get short at the red line with the premise that this is a fake breakout of this range, fake breakout of this ascending triangle. But if I'm wrong, that level up there will be my stop. In the spirit of choppiness, maybe this is just a chop up through this pattern and then it comes back down. But we'll see what happens. Now, if this is a true breakout, I prefer it just keeps breaking out. What I don't want is for it to come down here, fill me, and then keep breaking out. That would just be dirty. So, yes, if this is a true breakout, then dear Marky, the market maker, please just keep breaking it out. Okay, I am in. So, let's hopefully it didn't do what I just said don't do. Don't come down and fill me and then keep breaking out. That would just be mean. All right, here we go. I'm short, trying to see if this is indeed a fake breakout. See if this wants to chop back down in my favor. This going to V? No, I don't think there's really. I think the V has come and gone. A V would have been off of this move, I would say, and just kept going. But this right here. Okay, there we go. Keep coming down. I love the candle here that's formed. Come on. There we go. Let's chop it back down. Love the candle. I could not ask for a better candle. Come on, at least hit that first target. Come on. Come on. Okay, I'm getting this a break even at this point. I'm not going to let this thing come all the way up and turn this into a losing trade when I got that close to my first target. Thank you. All right, so at least hit my first target. And right off, and that's why I put that target right there, because there is a threat it could do what it's doing right now, bouncing right off that 21 EMA. Now, yep, there we go. So there was no coincidence why I put a target right there, just in case that happened, and that happened. It bounced right off it. Of course, it could come back down through it, but I'm not shocked to see it bounce off off the famous 21 period simple moving average. So I decided, you know what, just in case that happens, let me at least lock in one. But of course, there's no guarantee that that would have happened, which is why I only did one, but it did. Caught that from 705. Nice. Good job. EMA. Did I say SMA? I meant EMA. Sorry if I misspoke there. Oil is being dirty rat. What a dirty, dirty rat. I'm sorry, but I'm taking this short. That was a beautiful setup. To then all of a sudden have that happen, that's dirty. Yeah, anybody that was short right there, hey, yeah, I see exactly. You took a great setup. But that just goes to show, no guarantees. Great setups aren't guaranteed to work out. Hey, faith prevails. Took the same on the Dow. Nice job, Greg. What a candle on MNQ. What time frame are you talking about for the candle? $8 points. 8 points what? Today is one of those days, though, where if your stop loss looks pretty small on the screen, if you were to correlate that with points, it is actually probably pretty small, right? Today is definitely less volatile than other days. Other days, you got to be very careful where a small little kind of, okay, the distance between these two lines doesn't look that much, and then you check, it's like, oh, wow, that's still 30 points. Today's not one of those days. Okay, yeah, I'm what we're looking at here is the 2-minute, Connor, so. I don't know. Do I try it again with the short? If this is the premise, maybe the top right. This is like the top of a range. President Donald Trump will speak before Kennedy Center lunch on Monday. The event is scheduled to begin at 11:45 Eastern. Okay, so he'll be at least an hour late. So he'll probably talk at like 12:45 p.m. I'm sure we'll hear all about how Iran's military has been decimated. And then 3 hours later, we'll talk about how more targets have been, I really wish he would just stop saying that, though. Just say things are going well. That's all he's got to say. Things are going well. But his hyperbolic speech is really backfiring on him right now. All right, let's see. Just messy. My money is on 12. Oh, okay. I was gonna say. Wait. So you still have them at what? 35 minutes late. That seems reasonable. I don't know. We have this. Okay, I need to just get rid of these lines up here. They serve their purpose. I don't know. This is now starting to whisper into my ear. Is that a breakout right there? Okay, I'm in for the breakout. I'm long. Come on. Again, I'm in long. We have this key area that has developed for what I think could be a break point. So let's see if the price can get up through that yellow line and then see if it can pick up some momentum. Come on. Push. There you go. Let's see some more momentum. Well, okay. If that's all the breakout it's going to give me, then I was just definitely wrong. What does UNC mean? Come on. Push. Come on. Put a couple targets out there. Come on. Come on. Thank you. Okay, let's make sure this is a winning trade now. Oh, there we go, brother. I'll take that. All right. Put my next target. Let's go right there. So there you go. This is a winning trade. Will be a winning trade. Just a question of how big, because I don't know how high up this wants to break out. So entry was my blue line. My red line is the stop, which is above the blue line. Therefore, even if I get stopped out, I'm still making... No, come on, come on, come on. Keep breaking out. Don't stop me out. Let's have a party here. Let's have a party. Let's have a party. There we go. That's better. That's better, brother. Let's take this party up here. That's better. Come on. Come on. Let's get the break. Let's get the party. Oh, man. Oil. That 50 period simple moving average on oil. Now, preferably so, though, oil rolling over should help this position in theory. I don't know if I don't think the correlation is as strong as it was last week. But yeah, a rollover here in oil. So if this can get smacked down, I don't see how that would hurt my position at all. So I am definitely rooting for oil to come down here because I would assume, oh, come on. Come on. Hit that next target. All right, I got to move my stop up. There we go, brother. Thank you. Thank you, brother. And I'm going to just let these last two cook. Well, no, I lied. I'm definitely, if it can get up here to retest these highs, I will take that as my next target. But yeah, for now, I'm just going to let these ones cook. And let's see how, I don't know, maybe this will be a slow, steady grinder. And you know what? I have zero problem holding a position for, multiple minutes. If it's going to my favor, it's a sideways movement that will drive a man insane. But hey, if this wants to just slowly grind up, I'm not going to complain. So come on down, oil. Roll down, oil. Come on, 50 period moving average on oil, 5 minute. Do your thing. Smack it down. Worst case, though, I'm making about 13 point. All right, I'm about to get stopped out. All right, there we go. So, hey, nice little breakout there. Slow and steady grind upwards. What is the oil ticker? CL. C is in cat, L is in lion. Unk means, okay, so it's short for uncle, but it's used as slang as meaning an elder mentor. Oh, okay. So it's not like an insult. Gotcha. The reason I'm bearish is what did AVGO go? I own some AVGO in my investment portfolio. This is contract rollover week. Yes, it is. It's been a hot topic. You are welcome. Anybody take that trade with me? Give me a 1 if you're in that long with me. Maybe you're still in. Anybody else take that with me? $200 is off the 200 SMA. Well, which one, Connor? Come on, brother. The 1 minute, the 5 minute, the 15 minute, all those have different 200 SMAs, brother. Outdoorsman, Tyler, Blake, Philly, RRF, Greg, good. Love to see it. I don't think I got too tight with my stop. I think that stop gave the thing plenty of room, but I guess hindsight will be the judge. I will short at... then where will your stop be, Ravin? Man. All right, so just on oil here. That 50 just continues to do work. Continues to smack it down. I looked at the same long, but I was late. I didn't want to chase. Hey, well... It's good discipline. We don't want to be chasing. And if you are going to chase, make sure you know you're chasing so that you can do it wisely. Stop loss at 820. All right, roger that. Do I want to think about a short here? I could, if I got short here, and yes, I'm talking to myself, 35, threw a stop right up there. That's the 10-point stop. I mean, you could, so I could, but I don't know. That 5 minutes looking kind of, it's looking kind of juicy. 2 minute now all of a sudden. Very curious to see what oil decides to do. I think oil, if it can get through this purple line, then I could definitely see oil rolling back, or I'm sorry, seeing the MNQ roll back over here. Last week, it was almost tick for tick. If oil was going up, NASDAQ, the markets were going down. Right now, it seems like more just kind of a generalized one. Where if oil were to break out from that purple line, then like I said, I think the markets just generally would drift downwards. But if this purple line here can smack it down, again, I'm looking off screen. So if the purple line here on oil can smack it back down, then yeah, I don't see how that would, hurt the MNQ position at all by having it come down. Hey, good morning, Crunchy Munchies. Oh, we'll see, outdoorsman. We'll see. We'll see. How's gold doing today? Poor gold. Ooh. All right. I'm glad I asked. Gold with the dump. Maybe along down there. Nvidia GTC keynote by Jensen this afternoon about. Okay. That could be, I don't know, in some ways, that could be more influential than Trump talking. Gold is like war, inflation. I mean, I think gold is still so just, I don't know, yeah. To me, that does make somewhat sense just because, gold is still at 5,000. Like, that's nuts. So I think a lot of stuff is already baked into gold where, I don't know. I'm just a simple man. I had a great week last week. This week is not starting out so well. In timeout for now. Well, Southpaw, the week is young. It's asking with this, why no pump? Well, that's what I mean is I think gold is already like so high that any sort of additional, like it would take a lot more for gold to pump. Well, what's your proof on that? Well, there's missiles flying for the past 3 weeks, and gold really hasn't done a whole lot. So I think a lot of that upside movement has already been baked in just from, speculation, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, bond yields have been going up, which means bonds have been going down. Let's take a look at the daily. So like TLT has been dropping, I would assume. Yeah. Ooh. See, even bonds. Look, even bonds like the 200 period simple moving average. Look at that. Whoop. Right off it. Whoop. When's the last time it hit that? Okay. Yeah, crazy. Charting. Gotta like it. No matter everything from futures to the bonds. Look at that. Crazy. I think gold is topped out for a while. Yeah, it could be. Could be. Hey, as a reminder, if you're enjoying, hit that like button. Set a new record today. Got up to 100 likes by the 30-minute mark. But we're gonna keep we're gonna keep the pedal to the metal. Maybe we can get up to that 400 likes, which is always kind of the goal. We did hit it at once or twice last week, but yeah, if you're enjoying, hit that like button if you don't mind. All right, back up we go here. Ooh, gold back up into the range. Still plenty of, scalp room, but yeah, anybody looking for more follow through with that range breakdown is probably starting to crack some walnuts right now. I don't know, is this... I think that's me trying to fit a square peg through a round hole. Not totally, though. We've got ourselves a bull flag there. Trump's talking right now. Can we get confirmation? Is Trump talking right now? I always like to get a little bit of confirmation. Is Trump talking right now? I think gold is controlled a lot. Okay, we have one bit of confirmation. Just when I thought we were confirmed, yes, and then I hear a no. Let the clown show begin. Is Trump actually talking right now? Somebody cue the music. Dun 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 dun. Nope, he's not. So we have 2 yeses and 2 nos. Yeah, that's pretty much the conclusion right now. He might be. To eclectic advice, switch to futures. My first time, never again. I should be. I mean, that's well. I don't know. Baked leaf. Was it made with good habits? If that was done with good habits, then that sounds like it was a great day to me. Okay, Rambo. Where did you see Trump talking? Hey, Goose. Good to see you. Ooh, this might be a short here. Fake breakout. Okay, I'm in for a fake break up through these highs here. Fake break of that trend line. Rambo, hello. Now, Rambo's been here before. Okay, well, yeah. It's scheduled today, but it's a closed press. Well, I'm saying, where did you see that he's talking right now? Come on, fake breakout. Keep faking. Now come down. Come on. And I'm short right now. Man, he's talking soon. Okay, there we go. False alarm. That's why I always like to get a little confirmation. Okay, lovely candle here. Will it deliver, though? Oil is dropping. Well, that's not good for me. In this position right now. Come on, brother. Come on down. There we go. Keep coming down. Keep coming down. Oh, I don't know. I was thinking of a scalpy scalp there, but that quick it snapped back against me. Come on, brother. Make up your mind. Time to sell. Verace, I might need to put you in timeout that quick. Oh no, I'm not talking to you, outdoorsman. That's fine. No. Come on, oil. All right. You keep being good then. Now, in some situations, I'd be like, all right, I like all... Uh-oh. Oh, no. It froze. My internet is still okay. We're frozen. We're frozen. And I'm out. All right. Nope. You also, I'm watching my internet. I have no drop frame rates. So as far as I can tell, that was not my internet. But that happened earlier on Tradeovate. It just totally froze up on me. And if you need to go back and just scroll back in the live stream and watch, you'll see like the candle. Dog, see, man, why does it got to do that? Why does it got to, thank you a lot, Trade. I blame Tradeovate. That's Tradeovate's fault. It's got to freeze up on me, freak me out, so I hop out, and then it goes in my favor. M is still right. I'm saying my like I literally could not. My whole platform froze up. Day trading is fun, they told me. Yours is freezing too. It's so easy to be like, well, Clay, no. When things freeze up like that, I'm not gonna play around with it. Hey, Preston. The browser version isn't freezing. They started selling freeze it. Yeah, that was I wonder if it would help out at all. Probably not, because I'm sure in the fine print they say, hey, technology is great, but we don't say, we make zero promises that it's ever going to flawlessly work. So I was wondering, I wonder if like on live stream, could I send that footage and be like, hey, look at, they'd be like, yeah, thank you for the evidence, but we've already disclosed to you in our multi-paragraph terms of service that could happen. And you agreed that it's okay. I'm like, okay, fair point. Hey, Canvas. Crude oil fall below 100. India means buy every dip in NQ. Oh. Okay. Well. There you go. Michael has given his thoughts. Buy every dip in NQ. Now I don't know what time frame he's talking about, but yeah. I blew 2 and bought another cold clay, but what do I do with the old test? Next time, rookie, don't buy a new account. Just renew what you have or do a reset. You'll have to cancel it out. Yeah, but next time just reset it because, well, on a 50K, technically speaking, you paid $2 more than you needed to because the reset is only $100 across the board. Now, if that would have been a 150K account, I would have said, oh man, you just screwed yourself over by not resetting because but at least with the 50K, you just bought another account for 102 as opposed to resetting for $50. But on that note, if you're with the, here, this is actually important. If you're with the 25, if you're with the 25K account, you would not want to reset, right? Because a reset is $100 across the board. So never reset a 25K. Just cancel that account. Go buy a new one for $90. But at 50K, you would want to reset because technically you're saving $2. At 150K, you definitely want to reset because you would be saving $116 to reset that one. So just kind of an FYI there. No, Kyle, it's not even close. Doggone it. Well, for anybody that took that short with me, was patient enough, and did not get spooked out because their platform froze up like mine did, congrats. Yeah, that sounds actually pretty smart, Todd. I should probably do something like that. But that's just one more thing to watch. But that is smart. That makes a lot of sense. I took it but did not realize you took it until I switched over to your video. There you go, Jason. Baboon minds think alike. What's it feel like to be a baboon, Jason? Fox said that Trump will talk soon. Okay, so in other words, nobody has any idea. All right, sounds good, Outdoorsman. Well, that 50 period just continues to be, I mean, the The thing that nightmares are made out of for bulls. Now, I think most of us probably like this. Just from a very practical, we want cheaper gas prices. So we are all cheering for that 50-period moving average. This is our knight in shining armor. Yes, please keep smacking down the price. But anybody that is long in gold, or I'm sorry, oil right now, they are just cursing the name of that 50-period simple moving average. Look at that thing. Doing work. On the reset versus make new, sure to check your renewal date because I got charged 2 days back to. Yeah, that's true. You got it. Again, when you get one of these accounts, they are subscriptions, so they will renew unless you cancel them out. That is true. Now, as soon as you pass them, then the description ends, and they just throw you into the pro account. But yes, that is Monk. That is thank you for the reminder. You are correct. Honeywell blue box. You better watch what you said about Honeywell. That's my former employer. Compound Wealth, I think you might be a little delayed in the stream. You seem to be replying to something that was relevant maybe like 10 minutes ago. So by the time you hear this, brother, make sure you check that scroll bar and see if you're actually caught up. Just passed 150K eval. Hey, congrats, Tom. Very good job, man. Now, I don't know if you're doing the Racehorse model or not, but if you are, then the goal would be fire up another test and start working on passing that. But yeah, congrats. Good job. Yeah, cheers, Tom. My loyalty to former companies lasted exactly 1 pay period. Once the cash stops flowing in, no loyalty. Yep. I think they were built with leftover Nintendo parts. To be fair, I was not in the controls department. That's what Honeywell is very famous for. But they are a multi-department company. When I was with them, I was in the aerospace department. What is the Racehorse? It's just basically in a nutshell, even if you have past accounts, be working on passing more accounts. That way you have a bunch of past accounts just waiting for you, in storage or in the stable, right? A test account is a horse. As soon as you pass the test, aka train the horse into a racehorse, you don't have to activate the racehorse right away, but you can just keep it in a stable because with Take Profit Trader, they don't charge you any additional fees per month. So the Racehorse model may not work with all prop firms, but with Take Profit Trader, because once you pass the test, all the fees go away. You can just let it sit there. So to build up racehorses, aka test accounts, that way if you roast an account, you don't have to go and go on tilt and start resetting pros and stuff like that. No, I don't have a number, Philly, but I think 5 makes a lot of sense. Well, let me take a step back. That depends on if you're copy trading. If you're copy trading, then you'd probably want even more than 5. Because in theory, you could roast everything just like that. Hey, Legsit. Clay, I was in the HR Aero also. Oh, Aero department also? Nice. Don't you have to make a small planet? No. After you activate it, yes. But you do not have to activate a pro account right away. Again, some of you are missing out on the step. Here's how it works. Okay, you get the account. Here's the test. And then step 2 is you pass the test. 3 is you activate. Now, once you activate, yes, you do need to make at least 1 small trade a week, 1 trade per week. But this is what I'm trying to get at here. You do not have to do step 3. You can do that whenever you want. So that's what I mean. Test, pass the test, and then just let it sit there. Do not activate it until you actually want to trade it. So this does not work with all prop firms, because some prop firms, they're going to keep charging you money. So if you have, and I'm just making this up, 10 past accounts, well, that could be a monthly bill that adds up relatively quickly. But with Take Profit Trader, they don't charge you anymore once you have a past account. So just this fee. Come on now, why did it go back up there? This right here, the per month, is only during the test. After you pass, that goes away. There are no more fees. So that's the big differentiator, and what's one of those nice little, I don't think a lot of people overlook, which is understandable when you're new to prop firms. You don't really appreciate some of the smaller things, but that is one of the things that I really do appreciate, because it allows you to do, the Racehorse model. Just kind of putzing around here. So yeah, no, it's super nice. It helped me a lot, because what I discovered was I'd pass a test, and then all of a sudden I'd be trading scared. And I'm like, why am I so scared? It's like, well, I don't want to go through the test phase again. So in other words, you get to the pro account and then you start trading scared because you don't want to have to go through the test phase. I'm like, well, wait a second. What happens if I just know that if I blow up this pro account, this Racehorse, that I don't have to go through the test phase again? All right, well, let me start to work on some other accounts right now. So it was kind of just a theory on my part. And if you go back into the history of the live stream, there was a period where I admit it came across as sketchy, because I was like, well, I don't really want to talk about what I'm doing, because I don't even know if it actually makes sense. It's a theory I have. So that was a phase of the live stream for sure, where I kind of dodged questions on certain things, because what I was actually doing was I was putting the Racehorse model, trying to get it set up into play and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, now I can say that for me, it's worked, because now I can trade a pro account and I don't have to trade it scared, because I know if I cook it, okay, I'll just go grab one of my, ones in storage. Sorry for a rookie question, but does it make sense for me to have multiple test accounts at once? Yes. Well, if you want to do the Racehorse model, okay. Woo, okay. But no, oil is not necessarily. Well, that just rains on some people's parades. Okay, not okay. So from high of 30, okay, that was a 30-point candle. Now that may seem like, what do you mean that's not a lot? Today, a 30-point candle looks pretty big, but that also illustrates my point, where today has been slower than normal days. Other days, this size candle here would have been what? 70 points? Something like that, maybe 80 points. So yes, the fact that this was only 30 points kind of illustrates that, yeah, today is a little bit slower out there. How many Racehorses can you have? Unlimited. But yeah, as far as how many test accounts should you have? Well, I don't know. That depends on where you're at in your Racehorse model. Like, do you need to have 7 going at once? Probably not. I don't think there's anything crazy about 2 or 3. But it depends. Like, how many Racehorses do you have? And I'll just take this to the extreme to illustrate it. If you have 15 Racehorses just sitting there in the stable waiting, do you still need to be do you still need to have 3 or 4 test accounts going? Probably not. But if you have 0 and you're trying to start to starting to get past, yeah, maybe you do fire up a lot more tests. So a lot of that is just, it depends where you're at within your Racehorse building. What is the time limit to activate a pro account? There is no, okay. Holy smokes. Okay, this is what I need to do. I need to do something like this. So I can just start to put together a playlist of videos. So when people ask this, I can just, I can have Jim come in and just like slice this out. There is no time limit. That's the point. That's the beautiful thing. There's no time limit. You do not have to activate an account in any amount of time. You can just let it sit there for months on months if you want. Yeah, that's what I have to do. I have to devote a section of it. Be like, all right, I'm going to talk about the Racehorse model. Okay, Jim, are you ready? Okay, get ready to splice this out and we'll turn it into a YouTube video. Okay, yeah, Carlos, that's not what I'm talking about. You're talking about 5 max active pro accounts. I'm not talking about active. I'm talking about in storage. In storage means not active. You can have unlimited accounts in storage. Yes. 5 pro accounts that you can copy. You can copy up to 5 accounts. That trend line is actually quite impressive. I wasn't sure if it still mattered, but as I just extended it out, you can see pretty much did a beautiful job right there of providing support. I do not have any Pro Plus accounts, no. Well, he was scheduled to start, if I remember right, at 11:45 a.m. Eastern, so he is already late. But I don't think, let me put it this way. If you're shocked that Trump is late to a speech, then you do not follow, I can tell you don't follow his speeches much. All right, well, this trend line here, maybe if it can push down through, that could be an interesting short, so I'm watching. I mean, I think a lot of people would make the argument they don't want a Pro Plus. I may or may not be in that camp because, yeah, when you get the live market, our fills is fills are what they are. Like, it's the live market. Simulator, our fills totally realistic? No. And I mean that in like a good way. So, yes, I'll just put it this way. There are probably people out there that are trying to avoid Pro Plus accounts because of fills. All right, maybe a short. See, what's problem here is we have the overnight high. And another, oh, good grief. This 5-minute, 50 period moving average. The other problem is even if it breaks down through the overnight high, which looks good on the 2-minute, on the 5-minute, now we have this upsloping 50 period simple moving average, which could also provide a bounce point. That's what I mean. I'm on the struggle bus to find just a clean setup because all these setups continually have, well, except over here, well, except over there. I can see how 8-inch. Yeah, careful, Fairchild. Take a break, shoveling snow. It's just not a clean setup. Eventually they force you. When they force you, that is a mystery. I've seen some very crazy metrics, including Philly. Correct me if I'm wrong, Philly, but they still have not pushed you to Pro Plus, right? Even with your one account where you're crushing it in a good way. We have another person here. Actually, Philly, what am I doing with my life? You have been such an asset around here. I don't think you've ever asked once to be a moderator. So on that note, you are now a moderator. You are hired. Please, sir, do not ban people or put people in timeout unless I give the green light. But if you see a post that is just ridiculous, I trust you to get rid of it. But there you go, Philly. You are now a mod. You must quit your normal job. I expect you to show up at 5 a.m. and you can clock out at 11 p.m. And I pay, as you know, in stale Twinkies and hugs. So welcome aboard. How many pro accounts can you have right away? Again, that's a nuanced question. Active accounts, pro, you can have 5. You can have up to 5 active pro accounts, which you can copy trade. As far as just pro accounts that are not activated, unlimited. But again, who asked that? Oh, okay. I'm sorry. You're not who I thought you were. Wow, that's a okay, I think I have to try this short now. That was such a dirty move up. But oh, look. Surprise, surprise. Look right where the price bounced. Right off of that purple line. Is this the time where it finally breaks down through? Yes, it is. Yes, it is, folks. All right, maybe a back test of it right here. Now, if this V-shapes right back up, it's going to be painful. Okay, I'm in. Okay, take a little scalpy scalp there. Just a little scalpy scalp, that's all. Just a little scalpy scalp. Do you copy trade in multiple accounts? I'm not sure what you mean by that. You don't. Yeah, I don't know what you mean by you. Do you copy trade in multiple accounts? No, you just copy trade multiple accounts. Yeah, Rambo. First off, congrats. That's great. I'm not saying Pro Plus is bad. I'm just saying I think if given a preference, people would be like, yeah, I'd prefer to stay in a simulated environment. Yes, you can copy trade up to 5 Pro accounts. I remember Clay with the chalkboard and call. Yeah, I started off with the chalkboard, then went to the whiteboard, and then reverted back to the chalkboard. Might look for another short here. Now, for him like me, if I'm looking for shorts, I'm hopping on board, but I think the trend has changed itself around. Now, if I'm wrong with that thesis and it's like, no, this is just kind of a little bit of a deeper pullback, well, then I'm about to have some losing trades. But yeah, I am of the bias right now that this might be the early phases of a deeper pullback. But like I said, if that bias is wrong, I'm about to have some losing trades. I use code Clay and I made it to Pro Plus. Use code Clay. You're guaranteed to find. Rambo said it, not me. Rambo said code Clay. To be fair, it's code Clay all caps. For some reason, that does actually matter. It's the prop. At least with take profit trader is case sensitive. But yes, Rambo said it, not me. Code Clay all caps guarantee success. And this has come from a guy with 5 Pro Plus accounts. But hey, his words, not mine. I'm just saying. That's a rumor on the street. All right, maybe another short up around here. We're getting quite a bit of congestion. Okay, looking for a short at that red line. Descending. What's descending? Again, looking for a short at the red line up there. If it wants to bounce up a little bit more. But like I said, if I am wrong and this is not the beginning of a downtrend, then yeah, these will be some losing trades here. You're welcome, Sour Baby, and thank you for using code Clay. Yeah, you're welcome. I need to just do a video on it that I can link people to. I need to start to do that. Just pick some topics that always come up. You know, hey, what are the indicators on your screen? I need to just do a little bit of a video for that I can link people to. But I have not yet gotten around to it. Hey, if you're enjoying in any shape or form, if you don't mind hitting that like button, that is always appreciated. It helps. May not seem like it does because it's such an easy thing to do, but it makes a difference. All right, looking to get short. Yeah, I'm going to keep it right there. Come up right there instead. Put my stop right there. So looking to get short at the red line. Stop is the green line. So hindsight will be the judge. Maybe this is a silly thought that it can come up here. If it just dumps right here, then those of you that are getting short right now are going to say, Clay, I agreed with you broadly that it was a short, but I disagreed on the entry. And to your credit, you'll be able to say, hey, and I was right. But right now, we don't know who was right. We don't know if this is actually a smart entry. Because if it comes up here, you're going to be saying, oh, crap. Oh, man, Clay, you were right. You got a way better entry point than I did. My favorite racehorse name of all time is Hoof Hearted. I like it. What is that? What is that? 50. What is this? What is this? I will try a long down here at the pink line. This is the 200 period simple moving average if it gets down there. But right now, just trying to see how it wants to chop around. New entry model is 1212 so far. Ooh, that sounds so smart, dude. When you call thing models, that's amazing. Your entry model. I like that. I like that, Cam. You have a marketing degree, don't you? You dirty, dirty sly dog. My new entry model. Like on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being like super smart, How smart does it make people sound when they say, I just got a new entry model? I'm going with an 8.5. 8.5 for me. Like when you use the word model, that makes you sound so smart. I'm going to start saying that about my management model. My management model for this one is a scalpy scalp. Man, nobody else participated except me. All right. Hey, good job, guitar guy. Sounds like White House government now says we will begin shortly. Okay, so still nobody knows. Leave the guy alone, Clay. I can't leave him alone. I'm complimenting him. He's so smart. I'm just busting his chops. He knows I'm kidding. How long did either 4 or 5 tests, Bryson? I did have a couple of tests where I left orders out there and I got cooked. So I quickly learned to press this button up here to remember to do that. But yeah, I did not pass. Like I said, and that's me coming with years and years and years and years and years of experience. So that's why I always laugh. Be like, man, I'm on my 3rd try. I'm like, your 3rd try? That's nothing. Calm down, Cletus. Will Trump send the market up or down? I'm not sure the market really cares about what Trump's saying right now. And I say that just because I think the market is now used to him saying how Iran's military is decimated. But then we all know that a little bit later on, we're going to hear something that implies Iran's military is not decimated. So I think, I don't know. I think all his hyperbolic talk is kind of baked in at this point. Right? Like, what was it when, has it been a week and a half now? When he's like, yeah, the war will be over here probably pretty soon. To be fair, nobody knows. I mean, his definition soon, I don't know. But like, I'm not quite sure the market's going to care that much. I am on my one. Oh, but no, you're fine, Bald Eagle. Hey, Karan, I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name. How do you pronounce Kiran? But yeah, let me see if I can find that real quick. Test account? I don't remember what I titled that video. Maybe what I learned. Okay. What I learned. Maybe that. There we go. All right. So if you're curious, here is my video that I did of the major lessons I learned when I passed my first one. So here we go. Lessons learned. Lessons learned. This is probably not a good idea to put this in the chat because now I'm like driving people away from the stream. But oh well. It means ray of light. Yeah, well, how do you pronounce it though? How do I pronounce ray of light? Hey, Angel. Doing pretty good. How about yourself? So I have an order to get short up here. Actually needs to probably come up a little bit more now since I would be looking to play a back test of that trend line. Like I said, see if this trend line has been broken. Are we going to get, the classic? So there's the breakdown. Do we get some sort of boop, boop, back test and go? That is what I'm wondering, and that's what I'm trying to be patient for. I can see that actually. You can see what? Now you're tempting me to leave this live. No, don't watch. Don't leave. Don't leave. Just, No, if he said proprietary trading model. Todd, that comment makes me think you might be a little bit behind. Okay, here we go. Maybe. Kind of, sort of. Looking to get short at the red line. Stop is at the green. Actually, you can move up a little bit more in the spirit of trying to play the trend line back test. So again, for the people that are getting short down here, like I said, hindsight would be the judge. So as of now, I'm glad that I did not get short down here. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Again, percent investment. Remember, I realize you're just responding automatically to what I said, but by the time you hear it, I said it like 5 seconds ago. So I've gone and said 5 seconds more of stuff. So that's where I get confused when people just use open-ended terms. Like, oh yeah, I agree with that. Or, oh yeah, that's it. I'm like, okay, well, I don't know what it is. I don't know what that is. So the more specific all of you can be in your messaging, the easier it is for me. Come on, just come up a little bit more, then come down and do this. The live feed is a bunch of people minus Trump sitting at a very long table. Maybe I'm dead wrong to make the decision, but I don't think I really care this time. I don't think Trump is going to say anything that is going to shock anybody. I don't know. Maybe I'm misreading that very wrong. We'll see. Doggone it. Well, I had the right idea that it would want to bounce and come back down, but unfortunately, broad statements are not good enough. You got to get the finer details right, and the detail I got wrong was I wanted the back test of the trend line, and it got close, but close is not good enough. Took 5 contracts on that short. Good job. I was close, but all right, I think I'll go ahead and cancel that out now. Is caught short. Good job. Well, hey, congrats to those of you that actually independent thinking. So you thought enough to agree with me, but then because you're an independent thinker, you disagreed on my entry point. You did your own entry point, and hey, you were right. Oh, okay. All right, maybe this trade is going to be back on. Again, trying to time. There we go. All right. Again, looking to get short at the red line there. Stop will be at the green. Let's see if it wants to back test this former breakdown point and then roll back over. Did you stop around? You need boots on the ground. Well, I don't know. I thought I read somewhere that maybe the reason why those Marines are getting sent over is to take over that island, because that island does what, like 90% of their oil. But again, was that a credible source? Who knows? Needed that confidence booster. All right, well, good job. I know what you mean. Sometimes it's not. It has really nothing to do about the amount made. It's just like, okay, that gave me some confidence. Yes, because trading is you got to manage your mental load for sure. Marines are good at taking islands. It's almost like it's kind of their strong suit. Ooh. Buy at stop loss 15 points. All right, roger that, Star Wars. I am still interested in a long. Ooh, look what we might get down here. All right, I need. So the low of that candle, okay, not quite, but just needs pretty much probably 1 or 2 more candles, and then we could have a perfect like alignment where you'd have this low right here, where it bounced, could be basically the same exact value as that 200 period simple moving average. Just was talking about that, Carlos. You must have had to go potty, huh? All right, I will once again get rid of these. Maybe an order down around here for a long. Throw out a buy right there. Or it's just going to chop around here for the next 8 hours, and that'll be fantastic. For me, I don't like to do that, Camfluence, because I'm too competitive, and in order to keep the streak going, then I'm going to start to like refuse to get out of a trade. So that's why I don't like to keep track of winning streaks or anything like that. I'm not saying you'll do that, but the temptation for me is I start to stay in a trade and try to fix the trade and start to blah, blah, blah the trade for the sake of the streak. No, I'm not. No, you can do it. I'm just saying you might want to consider that. Like you might want to consider that, are you opening up that pitfall for yourself? I'm not saying you are, but it can be a tricky get. Like that's how I'm totally going to, and I've said this before, I'm totally going to lose an account on oil because I have a great streak. I am still undefeated on oil. But I'm going to find myself in an oil trade where I should get out, but in the name of the joke, right, because that's kind of the joke right now, I'm a flawless oil trader, which is true. I'm a perfect oil trader. I've yet to have a losing trade in oil. But in order to keep that joke going, I'm going to totally cook an account. I can feel it in my bones. Yeah. All right, well, now we kind of maybe head back up. Is this... At least we finally put that 50 period behind us on the 5 minute. That's good. My overnight high-low? Sure. I think that'll do it. There you go. So the EMON overnight high-low. There you go. There are the settings. It is so windy here. I didn't sleep very well at all last night. It was so windy. I'm in Iowa. It seems like the wind is just going across the country. It was just... Shout out to Iowa, though. Shout out. How I still have power, I don't know. How we've only lost power once since moving here about a year and a half ago, I don't know. Because it is you get your fair share of windy days out here on the plains. But like in Michigan, holy smokes. With the wind we've been getting, like I mean, we would in fact was it on Friday, my in-laws who were in Michigan, they lost power. I think even my parents down in Ohio, where I grew up, they lost power. I'm probably going to jinx it. I'm probably going to lose like my entire account and everything because the power finally goes out. Yeah. That's only I like they just are used to it. Like at our new build, I want to do one of those like Generac backup power sources, but I'm almost getting to the point now. I'm like, I don't know. Is that going to be like a waste of money? Do I even need that? Like, maybe out in the country it'll go out a little. I don't know. Well, I mean, we're in a part of Iowa where there are a lot of trees, and we're in a neighborhood. But yeah, we also don't have. I don't know. I'm not going to pretend like I understand infrastructure systems. I'm just saying I'm impressed. That's all I'm saying. Hey, Jesus. Yes, I am in Iowa. Okay, here we go. Looking for a long down at that green line. Kind of essentially trying to play a double bottom right here this low. But we also have the 200 period simple moving average. On the 5 minute, we also have, bring that over real quick, we also have a pivot point right around that area. So kind of 3 confluence points. Does that guarantee a bounce? It does not. Does it make me think that it could? Trump is live. All right, well. So if you're one of those people that cares when Trump is speaking, there we go. Does anyone here use Apex? I'm a little confused. We probably have some Apex people here. I do have a code for Apex, but I don't use them. They do have a lot of rules. Yeah, I think I'll still get the power generator or the backup generator, but it has crossed my mind like maybe I don't even need this thing. I'm new to it too. Again, those of you, like I said, some of you, and I completely dismiss this in the prop firm landscape. Those of you that are shopping for prop accounts, especially as a beginner, just getting started, if you are shopping based on price, that I disagree with that model. I think you should be shopping based on rules and payout policy. As a beginner, oh, look, man, this prop account's only $5. Yeah, and then they have 500 rules. So maybe those of you that are like new and like, I don't understand these rules. Yes, that's what you get for shopping based on price and not rules. If you are experienced and you know your way around, then you know what? Any prop firm that's going to best fit your needs, fine. But that is why I always nuance it out. Well, are you a beginner to the prop firm world or are you experienced? If you are a beginner, I think Take Profit Trader, no brainer, because they have such a clean set of rules that even a baboon like me can understand it. So why do you want to burn profits after the daily limit to pass your test? I'm not sure what you're asking there, Jason. Again, I'm not saying that Apex rules are bad. I'm just saying there are more of them. And in the beginner's shoes, they're still going to get overwhelmed. Well, this was looking bearish for a second until we got this big old candle down. Is this really going to just chop, chop, chop? Maybe we do. I don't know. And like anything, yes. It's like the question of, well, what's the best account size? You're going to have one person saying 25K is the greatest thing ever. You're going to have somebody else saying 25K is an absolute joke. Right now, oh, Apex rules are better. Now somebody else is saying these new Apex rules are stupid. Because it depends on your strategy, which is, it all just depends. There is no black and white situation. That's why I like to, it's just, they're so just straightforward that it's like, okay, here you go. These are the rules. Yeah, but anyways, I digress. Too much stress with prop firms. No. Having potentially thousands upon thousands of dollars of your money on the line is way more stressful. But Clay, I just use a stop loss. Yeah. You're presupposing that you're a flawless trader that's always going to follow your rules. Trading with your own money is a million times more stressful. Because all it takes is one bad day and it can be a train wreck. Whereas one bad day in a prop account means you lost the account and you're out, a couple $100. I do agree though that if you're with a prop firm that's got 8,000 rules, that could be more stressful because of all the rules. But again, that's why I say don't shop for prop firms based on prices. Shop based on rules and payout policy. I think he's saying it because of the rules. Okay, here we go. In. Looking for a bounce here. There we go on the little scalpy scalp there. So that took some patience, but we got it. We obliterated the M&E, said the same thing last week. Yeah, we've already talked about that, yeah. That's what I'm saying. I think okay, here we go. Maybe another trade down here. So now another potential double bottom. Double bottom with this low, and we also have VWAP down here. So I am going to go ahead and... Is there a knife catching element associated with this? Absolutely. I'd be lying to myself if I didn't say I was trying to catch a knife. But in my mind, this is a very logical spot to attempt a knife catch. That's a nice analogy. What's a nice analogy? Clay is a counter trend guy. I am? Man, that's crazy. It's crazy when people tell me what I am by watching this live stream, as I've said a million times before. Clay, do you have a video for your VWAP settings? Nope, but I can just do this right here. There we go. There are my VWAP settings. I think you're a good trader. Well, I mean, to be fair to sell in, he didn't say I was a bad trader. He just said that I'm a counter trend trader. Usually people are like, why are you going against the trend? The trend's your friend. It's like, yeah, I mean, I understand what they're saying, but they're also probably the level on their journey where they think trading is as easy as slogans. Like, hey, just trade the trend. The trend is your friend. Hey, just trade the range. And it's like, well, yeah, I mean, that stuff is true, but it's basically the equivalent of, hey, just buy low, sell high. Hey, brother, what are you doing? Just buy low, sell high. It's like, well, yeah. What's up? No, it's going all right now. Trying to play a double bottom down here. Oh, maybe, kind of, sort of. Oil is going up right now, so whatever is being said in this meeting, the market is apparently taken as not a good sign for oil, and therefore not a good sign for the market. Well, I'm sorry, yeah, not a good sign for oil, therefore oil goes up, which is bad for the market. Again, looking to get long down here at the green line. Clay, I told you the price was going to move. Just take... Exactly. What am I doing, Raspberry? You're so right. I'm an idiot. I like to buy high and sell higher. Hey, there you go. He just bragged that he destroyed their oil. I mean, he could. Whatever that name of that island is. Again, trying to get long down there at the green line. Indica buys higher. I wonder what name he's around here as. He struck me as a type that would continually be back. But to his credit, if he is still hanging around, he is behaving himself. But yeah, I still have a sneaky suspicion that he's around here just under a new name. Got my first ever TPG account user. Hey, Jake, thank you. And welcome to the world of futures, brother. And shout out to you for being a man of your word. Last week, I kind of called you out in a sense. You're like, you know what, Clay, you're right. Yeah, why soon? I'm doing it. And you did it. So what? Have you made any trades yet, Jake? All right. Okay, now we're heading back up. Maybe, kind of, sort of. Let's see how it behaves at this area. Could try a short here. Just put a stop. What is that? This is starting to get a little bit of sketchier action here. So I'm going to just try to... Well, never mind. Hesitated, and it has pulled back already. I'm half so far. Okay. Did you check out? Do you see the video I have, Jake, about setting up your platform? You might want to consult that. No, it drops all the way back down. So the classic back test of that breakout or breakdown point. Hey, if you're enjoying in any way, shape, or form, we got to get this up to 200 likes by the 2-hour mark. So we should have no problem. 15 minutes, we got to get 9 more likes. But just for my metrics of am I spending my time wisely, I dictate that by are people interested in finding value. And I dictate that by the like button. And I've learned that if people are interested, if people are finding value, then by that 2-hour mark, we should be at 200 likes. So if you are enjoying, if you are finding value in any way, shape, or form, hit that like button. Because like I said, it has very practical implication in terms of me from a time management standpoint. All right, maybe another short up here. I think, yeah, I'll give it a try. And then just throw my stop right up there. So there we go. I mean, one you're selling at the offer, the other one you're selling at the market. So you're selling at the bid. If you don't know what the offer and the bid means as trading, you probably should not be trading. Like, wait, what's the offer? What's the bid? That would be a sign that you are way too far ahead of yourself. Yeah, these are my NQ trades on the day. That's NQ. This is MNQ. And this is, what was it, CL. I did that one oil trade. So this is the same account. These are just the different contracts that I've been trading. Clay, is this real life? No, this is all, it was only just, it's just a dream. Again, looking for a short at the red line here. Spent a few hours this weekend. Something nice, Jake. Good stuff. And thank you again for using code Clay. Also, I appreciate it. I started off the webinar talking about it, but another thank you to everybody that has been using code Clay. I made it through the chop session that Take Profit Trader had on Friday, where they essentially fired quite a few people, from my understanding. Took away their codes, but because all of you are using it, I got to keep it. So the live stream shall continue. So again, shout out, thank you to everybody that has been using code Clay. You are you're literally playing a role in keeping the party going. Trump is talking right now, from my understanding, rookie. All right, now it's not bouncing up. So maybe my double bottom down here. Okay, throw out a buy down there. Why did they fire them? They're just trying to tighten up their affiliate program. Yes, yes. Whoa, hey, 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 up it goes. All right, I can get rid of that line here. It served its purpose. And do I still want to try? Now doing a short up here has me a little scared, has a little bit more scared. Because now we have this fake breakdown. Fake breakdown, and then it snapped back up. So I'm not sure I'm wanting all of a sudden to get short, which would, right here could be a bigger turnaround. Made 916 on Q today on my second attempt and email. Gotcha, Bryson. Is like in the middle. What? Is like in the middle. I don't know what you're saying. Is like in, yep, you're going to have to clarify that one. Cool and serious. Again, I don't like the short now. I guess I could wait for confirmation, see if this one actually wants to come back down. Yeah, let's try that. Like I said, was thinking about getting short up here, but I'll wait to see if it actually wants to get rejected back down. So we'll get short at the red line if the price comes back down. And I'm in. I'm in. Let's see if it wants to roll back over here now and get some follow through after that rejection. Come on. Come on. Come on. And I'm short. Blue line's my entry. I'm down 3K today. Sorry to hear that, J-Bo. Come on. Go down. Go down. Oh, how did you not give me the scalpy scalp? Well, I tried for the scalpy scalp there, and I was not able to get filled. Okay, there we go. Scalpy scalp there. Just doing smaller size now because, yes, Trump is talking. Is anyone else on the M6 contract, or it's just you? I think it's just you. I'm kidding. It sounds like there's a mix in here. I'm always bad on a Monday. So going from this point forward, J-Bo, that means you will not be trading on any more Mondays? Friday. No, I was short there for Dan. I am trying to get long down here, though. I still do have that order. I'm on the M6. I'm just taking your premise. I'm always bad on a Monday. So if I just accept your premise that you are always bad on a Monday, why in the world would you be trading on a Monday? Like, what do you mean you should do that? No, you not should. Say, yeah, I'm going to do that. Now, if you're using hyperbolic language and you're like, well, I don't mean always bad, then okay, then maybe you should keep trading Mondays. But I'm just, like I said, I'm saying, I'm taking what you said at face value. He's talking about gold paint in the ballroom now. Okay, that would make sense why we're just kind of going sideways. Market doesn't care about gold paint, apparently. Well, I don't know. What does gold look like? Maybe gold is booming right now. Oh, no, gold does not like talking about gold paint. Ooh, actually, that's interesting. Right here at the pivot on gold. Where's this line at? Are we anywhere close to that or no? Oh, no, we've already broken down through there, so never mind. Okay, back up there we go. So I'm glad I scalped it. Ooh. Okay, if it goes up here and bumps its head on the pink line, yep, right there. Going to try it again short here. See if this is another head bounce. All right, never mind. It's actually pushed through this time. I got to cancel it out. I'm going to forget about that one. Yeah, exactly, San. Thank you. But yeah, I was starting to feel like I can see me forgetting about that one. He's talking about making gold paint. Oh, all right. Well, there. Look at that. Look at gold right off the pivot point, folks. For you gold traders, boop. Right off. Well, not right off it, but within the general vicinity. Oh, I think this might still be a short here. I'm going to try it again. If it wants to come down here. There we go. I'm in. Come on. Let's go. Reject. 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 And I'm short. Looking for another rejection off that pink line. It's happened about 37 times already. So looking for time number 38 here. No emotion, just charts. Exactly. Or at least that's the goal. Do I add if this comes down? That would look pretty good. If this pops up a little bit more, I will add right here. I got some wiggle room on this one, so there you go. I'm going to add 3 more. Okay, in for 3 more. Come on, come down. Keep coming down. Looking good, looking good. Just keep coming down. Come on. Come on. Ah. Do I add again if it comes down here? I think I have to. Okay, I'm going to add 3 more if it comes back down. But we're also getting close to a point where I might have to wave the flag. The white flag. Oh yeah, if I can get filled here, that would look very, very nice. If it comes down. All right, there's my last hope. Again, looking to add some more at the red line, but we're pushing where I'm going to have to cut it loose. Hanging in by a thread. See if it wants to fail. Again, I'm looking to add at the red line. Okay, come on. Keep coming down. Ooh, close to adding. I like this failed break. Okay, there's my line in the sand. It's either coming down or it's not, and it is what it is. Well, at least it didn't fill me and then do this. That makes me feel a little bit better. Had it filled me and then come up and stop me out, yes, that's me taking a loss on another 3 contracts, but I think yep, game over on that one. All right, well, I'll look at the glass as being half full. At least you did not come down and fill me right there. Okay, verse ace is in timeout. Okay, Christian also in timeout. Again, all of you that are just running your mouth about long, more and more, it's just like, that doesn't mean anything. Give us some numbers so we can at least follow along. Other than that, you're just kind of flapping your lips, which is very obnoxious. So this one, I don't know, maybe another short up round here. We'll see. Man, that was looking so good at that moment. But, oh well, it didn't work out. It happens. Yeah, lip flappers. Not a fan of the lip flappers. If you're thinking long, that's fine. But just flap part of the lip flapping, if you include a long entry and where your stop is going to be, I'm all for that. Thinking I'm shorting at 700. Roger that. I hope that you take this advice, but you are missing some factors. That is why you didn't see that long coming. And I guarantee you 100% had that worked out and come down, you would not have been saying, hey, you missed some factors that told you that that was a long. 100% guarantee you would not have said that had that rolled over. But yes, in hindsight, I'm sure I could go back and diagnose it and figure out why that went up. A profitable trader would exactly, Jobo. I mean, people that are newbies, so they don't realize they're doing it, but like newbies reveal that they're newbies without actually admitting that they're newbies. And you're exactly right. That would be one of those comments. Again, for anybody telling me why it went up, just ask yourself, and you're going to have to be intellectually honest with yourself. Had that rolled over, and then I'm sitting here like, okay, great, great, great. Would you be making the comments that you're making right now? No. No, you're not. You would not. But yes, with hindsight confirmation bias, it's easy to look back and tell you and say why things happened. Just like I could have told you and explained why a rollover would have happened had it happened. It just didn't, because there's nothing that works 100% of the time. Why did it go up? Well, because there's more buyers that showed up than sellers. Oh, thank you, Mambo. Yeah, there is, yes. So I think this might be the more important thing. Nvidia, their CEO is talking at 1 p.m. Eastern. So I think that could very well mean way more to the market than Trump speaking right now. So yes, if you guys don't mind, try to remember to remind me about that, because I'm going to totally forget. We're in about 15 minutes out. I would assume he'll be on time, because, they're like a for-profit business that like has shareholders and is trying to be professional. Whereas the government, like, yeah, who cares if people are late? I mean, they're not a for-profit business. They're just, they kind of are what they are. I don't know. Is there a bond auction today? Where'd that one guy go? He never answered my question. Best Bites 106. Again, had that trade rolled over, would you have made that same exact statement? Oh, FOMC is Wednesday? All right. So I guess I don't even know. I have not been following that at all. What is the consensus? Holding rates the same, I guess I'm assuming. Oh, there's a treasury thing today? Okay. So 1 o'clock, got to be careful of that too. All sorts of stuff we got to be careful of today, huh? Wait, what? No bond auction today. Okay, here we go. Maybe another short up round here at this area. Okay, I guess Best Bites is gone. Gotta love it. Gotta love them, the hindsight traders. I'm stock trader, but why are you a stock trader? Dude, stocks are garbage compared to futures. What are you doing? As a former stock trader, what are you doing? Holy smokes. Stocks are way more risk. You need way more capital. And you need way more, you need way bigger movements for less profit. That was from ChatGPT. Gotcha. The bond auction already happened. Oh, man. That would have been a beautiful short. Compton, that's a question for your local tax professional. CMTX is so okay. Are you a small cap stock trader? Is that what I'm about to see here? CMTX, one of these little. That can't be it. CMTX. I think you gave me a typo. Okay, yeah. Small caps are okay. Small cap trading, low floats, all that sort of stuff made sense like 5 years ago. But the invention of micro futures and prop firms, small caps, low floats, it does not make any sense any longer at all. All mathematically provable. Small caps, you are taking on so much risk, including getting stuck in a halt. You need huge movements. But at the end of the day, it's a game of risk management. You have so much at risk. J-Bo, I disagree with that. Even under the premise, Clay, I'm a degenerate. How can I get the biggest rush? Even under that premise, prop firms still win out. Load up, go to Take Profit Trader, get 5 150K accounts, copy trade them. I promise you will get an adrenaline surge. Yeah, exactly. Well, that's just one of many reasons. Yeah, and there's also no pattern day trader rule on futures. Sorry, Clay, but that short was, I would say, a C- trade. Okay, well, best bites, fair enough, but nobody's impressed with all your hindsight analysis here. Now, if you want to gain any sort of credibility around these parts, you got to do this, brother. How about you give us a trade plan? When you see one, give us an entry point, a target, and a stop loss. Give us these 3 numbers ahead of time. Are you able to do that, Best Bites, or no? Or do you only operate in hindsight? Yeah, the halts is a brutal thing with the small caps. I might try along at 657. And where would your stop be? Yes, I'll tell you when to. No. I didn't ask. No, I'm not asking for you. Okay, this guy's a. All right, let's do a little research. Is this a troll? No, 2016. No, he's just the. Well, I look forward to your intact trade plan with a short entry, a stop loss, and a target. Sounds like you're going to be able to do that, Best Bite. So I look forward to it. And you're just so we're on the same page, you're going to be able to do that all ahead of time. So we're all here, myself in the chat included. And you're going to give us all ahead of time, right? Line of the day. Do you only? That's what some people do. They only operate in hindsight. We all know a trader like that. We all know some cult leaders that operate like that. Okay, yes, watch and see. Okay, I look forward to it. Okay, I might try a short here. If it pops up and then on the way back down, might try to swing at it. Yep, I'm going to try it. See if once again get rejected off this area. It's definitely potentially stuck here for a. Looking for a rejection here. But only want to get short if it comes down to that red line. I mean, it's definitely stuck. So I could see this either being stuck for the shorts benefit here, right? It's finally rejected, or just taking a break to move upwards. And if that's the case, it'll be a losing trade for me. But there's no doubt about it. It is all of a sudden just pause. It's not really doing a whole lot at this resistance. So we'll see if that's because it's a rejection or not. Come on down. Keep coming down. Come on. Give me that fake little pop to the upside here. Beautiful candle. Beautiful candle. Will it deliver? Are you serious? You're not going to film me. Well, the idea was right, but the execution, I guess my fingers were a little too slow. But let's see. Maybe I'll get even a little bit more here. Come on. Come on. All right. That was even crazy on the exit. All right. That one's putzing around a little too much with me right now. Okay, Christian, you're gone. I've always kind of wondered. I don't know. We'll give him 30 minutes. I'm pretty sure Christian Garcia is just a total troll. Either a troll or very socially awkward. One of those two. He is talking the war right now. Okay. Hello, Elf. Flacco. Yeah. Still may come down, but yeah, just wouldn't come down enough, so I don't want to putz around with it right now. I gave it a chance to roll over. It did roll over. I was hoping to roll over a little bit more, but then when I tried to hop out, as you saw, I couldn't even get filled. And then even on the exit, well, the fills was not a very smooth exit either. So 5 minutes still looking very interesting though. So, ooh, look at gold. All right, well, for you gold traders, if you're a believer in the 21 EMA, which is that green line, here it got pretty close, rolled over. Here it got close, rolled over. Right again, we are here. Does that mean that it will once again roll over? No, but is that a valid question to throw out there? I think so, absolutely. So any of you gold traders, if you like that 21 EMA, so again, if you still believe in the overall trend, right? The trend is your friend. Okay. Does that happen? So there we go, gold. You gold traders. Anybody out there? Crunchy Munchies, what time frame do you use? Clay, no, I'm not killing it every day. Two-minute, huh? No, I'm asking Crunchy Munchies. Yeah, why? Why do you use the 1 minute? I promise I'm answering your question by asking you this question. All right, there it came back over a little more, but oh man, I might have to be hopping back in short. Look at the five. Caught up in this congestion area, right? Last time the congestion area, what resulted? Right here. Once again, caught up in, I mean, almost like a kind of a case of mirror image. Does that mean that this will happen again? Of course not. No guarantees. But I'm not calling anybody crazy if you're short right now based on all this premise. Not calling you crazy one bit. Again, guarantees don't exist, but I'm not going to call you crazy if you're to tell me that you're short right now. Where did Crunchy Munches go? Hopefully they're not giving me like a multi-paragraph answer of why they use the 1 minute. Short-term price. Okay. Let me ask you this, Crunchy Munchy. Is this a fair summarization of your point? Hey, Clay, I use the 1 minute because the 1 minute best helps me implement my strategy. Would that be a fair summary of why I use the 1 minute? Like I said, I don't want to misrepresent your position, but is that fair? I use the 1 minute because the 1 minute helps me best implement my strategy. Is that fair? So day 4 of 5 headed for one accounts. Hey, congrats, Knight. Knight build, good job, man. I'm long on NQ, but I haven't been right once. Oh, yeah, J-Bo. Kind of a fade J-Bo day. Yes, sir. Okay, so here we go. So, given that's your answer, I use the 2-minute because the 2-minute best helps me implement my strategy. That's why. The same reason why I use the 1-minute. Well played, J-Bo. Inverse Jobo model. I love anytime you can sneak in the word model, man, you sound so smart. Paint drying here. Yeah, I guess. I mean, to be fair, I had some money made from the paint drying when it came down here. Did it like roll over and crash? No, but money can be made from paint drying. Just don't sniff the paint, okay? It's okay to make money from paint drying. Just don't sniff the paint. All right, BMR junkie? Don't become I don't know what you're already a junkie for BMR. I don't know what BMR is. Just don't become a junkie for paint, man. Don't do it. Whoa, hey, oh, that's dirty. If this goes red, that is, that is just dirty, dirty, dirty. It's already dirty action to the shorts because, like I said, any shorts, more than valid, more than logical thought process based on that 5-minute. Yeah, especially the gold paint. Exactly, Tyler. Exactly, brother. All right. What did he say? What's oil doing? What's the oil doing? Is oil dropping? I got to guess oil's dropping right now. Correct. Okay, there we go. Oil with the move down. So we must have said something. He must have said what he said. I do not know. Holy smokes. Tell me. No. The war is over. The war is over is going to have a way bigger candle than that. That's like a 200-point candle, minimum. He is just talking about China. Trump mentioned possible deal with Iran. Trump said Iran wants to make... He's been saying that forever. Said we do not need anybody. Trump on Iran war. They are talking to our people. He was talking about oil and that we don't need anyone else's oil. Okay, well. Something obviously was said that the market cared about. And that's ultimately why I love charts. But Clay, what do you use for news? The chart. Because the chart will tell you two things. It will tell you, A, that there was news. How? Well, notice how I knew something was said, when this, right? Chart, and then the chart will also tell you something even more important, what the market thinks about the news, right? Those two things is why the chart itself is the best indicator. It'll tell you that there is news and what the market thinks about the news. But Clay, don't I need to know what the news is? Nope. You just need to know that there was news and what the market thinks of the news. That's it. Right? So, that's why ultimately I think the chart is the best news pattern, or is the best news indicator, the news platform. Because think about it, how many times have you looked at news and you're like, oh man, that is terrible news. And then you look at the price and it's like going up. Or like, oh man, that's the greatest news ever. And then you look at the price and it's going down. But if you just look at the chart will tell you that there is news and what the market thinks about it, which is, as traders, that's what we care about. Now, from a curiosity point, sure, it's interesting to know what the news actually was. But like from a practicality standpoint, like who cares? We just care about what the price is doing, brother. President Macron will help with the Strait of... Oh, France coming in? Okay, France. Chart never lies. Oh, chart, there's nothing... No. Of course the chart lies. Nothing tells the truth all the time. That would imply that there's a holy grail. To say that you have a mechanism that never lies to you would be, yeah, I don't believe you. Because that would imply you have 100% win rate like magic pill. No, I personally, over the course of history, I reject, like France, you got to give credit where France is due from an American standpoint. Exhibit A, does the United States exist without France? Without the Revolutionary War? Like France has quite the history. Like they go to bat. They've gone to bat. My crystal ball never lies. Dang, where'd you get it at? Baboon went from spearfishing to day trading. So, Jared, are you saying you used to be a spearfisher? Yeah, I don't know what to do with this action. This is, like I said, I would not be shocked at all if it just comes right back in this area. Because right when something is said, kind of freak out and like, oh, I guess it's not that big of a deal. Let's just go right back to the range. So do I think this thing's going to plummet? Not necessarily, but like right now, I could see it just coming right back to where it was. Because think about it. This was the range it was at before the news. The news came out, the market's like, oh, and then now in real time, we're watching the market kind of digest the news, and the market is basically saying, okay, I guess nothing really. So right back to where we were. France got whooped by... Again, I'm not saying that France is... I'm just saying that it seems like France, there's like the ongoing joke about, yeah, France are in a blah, blah, blah. But it's like, well, I mean, not that I'm a history buff, but I don't know. Like, I'm sure we still would be... I'm sure the United States would eventually become the United States at some point in history. But does it happen at that point without France? I don't know. It's up for debate. Would world history have turned out differently if France, did not step up and at least slow down the Germans a little bit? I don't know. Maybe it would all turned out the same. Maybe not. If France would have just surrendered in, both of the world wars, what does the world look like now? I don't know. Obviously, speculation. Here's a thought: America owes its existence to Napoleon. Yeah, I can't. I don't know enough about that, but I'm just saying I don't get all the I don't understand why France gets a hard time. This is an interesting maybe. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of that line. Is this a long right here? I don't know. Rejection right there. And kind of just that top part of this congestion here. I don't trust it enough to take a long. If you disagree with me and you're like, I do, Clay, well, I hope it works out for you. Clay, I haven't told you when to enter that. I'm waiting for you to. I'm not sure why you didn't tell me to get in long here. What's up with that, man? But I'm still waiting, dude. I'm still waiting. Doing anything fun tonight? I hope, but I got to keep my eye on the roads. Have you been out, Jimbo? What are the roads like? I keep seeing all these roads that have been closed, which means they must have been pretty bad, but didn't France have a king during the American Revolution? I guess, I'm not saying it's not irrelevant, Ken, but how is that relevant to whether or not to the fact that France helped the Americans out in the Revolutionary War? Again, I'm not saying it's not relevant. I'm just, if it is relevant, if you could connect those dots for me, that'd be great. Kind of wanting along here. Looks like I might want to make that push up through, but because then it was king versus king. Okay, I guess, yeah, but I still don't understand how is that relevant? The point I'm making is that Americans like to give France a hard time, but like without France, the American Revolution potentially does not turn out that way. So I guess I'm not, who cares if it was king versus king? And I'm not connecting the dots on how that's relevant to the point I'm making. Whether or not France had a king, I don't understand as relevant to the fact that France helped us. Okay, just never mind, Clay. I don't care. Okay, yeah, I'm just trying to understand your point. That's all. France was also critical in the Union's success in the Civil War. Who am I ignoring? Oh, you know, they're in the mail, Anthony. They're in the mail. They should show up today. You stay at a Holiday Inn. I like you, Night Build. You're trying to save that money. Frugal hotels. Frugal hotels mean more prop firms. Maybe Chatter is implying France helped USA out during the revolution out of altruistic reasons. Yeah, maybe. But again, that is irrelevant to my point. Like, I'll just concede, yes, France only did that for their own good. But, like, that doesn't take away that they still did help. That's just... If you really want to save money, bring your own tent. That's true. That's more prop accounts, assuming you don't get thrown into jail for camping in a spot you're not allowed to. France or Belgium gave us fries. Again, another good point. All right, I think I have to try long here. Okay, I'm in long. I'm in long, trying to play a breakout here. Did I just get suckered in? Hindsight will be the judge. Not looking good right now, though. Looks like might have just got suckered in. Carlos is long, too. Oh, then we're making money, Carlos. If Carlos is long, we're making money, brother. Come on, do it for Carlos, not for me. Do it for Carlos. For Carlos! Do it for Carlos. Come on. For Carlos. 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 Come on. No. I tried, Carlos. I tried, brother. Rudy. Rudy. Oh, wrong movie. Wrong movie. Come on, do it for Carlos. He seems like a nice guy. Come on, Marky. Uh-oh, what did T-Dot Trader say? Is he spamming something or what? Carlos. 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 Come on, hit that first target. You dirty rat. Go. Do it for Carlos. All right, I'm out. Sorry, Carlos. Marky's not making up his mind fast enough for my liking. Ooh, oil did spike down. Yeah. Good call. Oil with a bigger spike down. Good. Let's see more of this. More of this. I would have thought a bigger move up, though, here. So that's an interesting correlation there. You were out, Carlos? Joe Montana. Well, yeah. Have you seen the story of Rudy? The dude was like, he eventually turned into penny stock. He went to penny stocks and got in trouble as a penny stock bumper. So he was quite the exaggerator from what I saw. Rudy movie penny stocks. Let's see. Yeah, right here. SEC charges Daniel, Rudy Rudinger, and 12 others in scheme to pump penny stock in sports drink company. When was this? Back in 2011. Yeah. So right there, Rudy, he got a little too exaggerated with the this beverage company. So yeah, apparently Rudy likes to exaggerate a bit. So the meeting's over. Oh my goodness, Carlos dumped into my little pump when I was cheering on the market. That's dirty. Top of orb. Well, which orb? Because there's like 4,000 orbs, aren't there? Are we talking the 5-minute orb, the 15-minute orb, the 4-hour orb? $15-minute. Roger that. Well, I don't really factor in the orb, but if you do, for anybody that does factor in the 15-minute orb, we are at the top. The rainbow. I mean, there are a lot of orbs to choose from. Jim, you never answered my question. What are the roads like out there? Have you not been out today? Price action not good today. Well, I mean, that depends on somebody's strategy. I have zero problem for you, Best Bites, conceding that, yeah, the price action is not good for you and your strategy. But there are other people here that are doing very well today. Use code argumentative. Ken, dude, all I was trying to do was understand your point. That's all. It's so sad in the world that, like, you try to understand somebody's point and they're like, why are you arguing with me? I'm trying to understand your point. Some people are so soft. Kids or parents, put your kids into sports. Unbelievable. Not even that. Not even that. That doesn't solve anything. Dear Congressman, can we please put debate as a requirement in schools? Therefore, kids can learn about logical fallacies and how to stay on topic. I'm saying France helped us in the Revolutionary War, and you said France had a king. Again, okay, cool. What does it have to do with France, the fact that France helped us? That's all I was looking for you to clarify. And now you're like, why are you being argumentative? I'm just trying to understand your point. I am operating in good faith because I don't want to misrepresent what you're saying. Sports are soft these days, are they? Hey, Chart Cypher, where have you been doing? Or you are in, oh my goodness, Bangladesh? Is that what country? I think you're in Bangladesh. Did I remember that right, Chart Cypher? It's been forever since you've been here. Yeah, NQ has been known to break hearts. No doubt about that one. I like this candle right here. Bangladesh is not a real country. Okay, well, I'm pretty sure that Chart Cypher is in Bangladesh. But I'm testing my memory here. They're not in America. I know that for sure though. Okay, motivation. You can go enjoy time out, you dent. I can't stand the self-righteous people. They're like, can we get back to trading? No, we can't. If you want me to talk about trading for 4 hours, this will be basically a 1 hour live stream every day. That sounds miserable. I don't want to sit here and talk about trading for 4 hours straight. I like a little side comments. But can we all please stop with your self-righteousness? Can we get back to trading, please? Okay, here we go. Maybe a break right here. Yeah, thank you. And that's the other thing. We're telling me you're a newbie without telling me you're a newbie. The price is just chopping around slop. And people, what do you want me to talk about anyways? There's nothing going on right now. And in no way, shape, or form was there an argument. It was me asking Ken to clarify his position. Just because Ken took it as an argument doesn't make it an argument. Do you buy the break of the trend line? That's the question on my mind right now, though. Or is this just going to be more choppy nonsense? I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this line right here. But that trend line, that's an interesting level. That is an interesting level, for me at least. But if we don't talk trading, how are the puppet traders? Yeah, that's true too. That is, yeah, that might one of those signs where like, tell me you're a puppet trader without telling me you're a puppet trader. Yeah, I agree. It is choppy right now, which is why I'm passing by. If you see something else and you disagree and you think this is a buy, more power to you. I wish you the best. But for me, oil at an interesting. Ooh, I'm in fact so much so that I might try it. Come here, 5 minute. There we go, brother. Do we get a double bottom here on oil? If no double bottom, then yeah, I would fully expect this thing to break. So that's the thing right now. It's like if oil double bottoms, this breakout's not going anywhere. But if oil actually pushes down through there, then yeah, we could be looking at a very nice breakout. Clay, can you just sync my account? Yeah, sure, hindsight. Of course, man. Of course. Cool thing about trading is it's tied to everything in the world. Trading is about plot. Yeah. I mean, okay, here we go. Let's watch oil here. Does it double bottom? Again, my premise is if this does double bottom and bounces back up, this breakout right here is going to fail not so good. Does that make sense? Fail not. I don't know. I don't think that made sense. Because is that a double? It's going to fail. That's what it's going to fail bigly. That's what I meant to say. But if this keeps on dropping and pushes down through here, then yeah, I can see this breakout working out very, very nicely. You find a correlation between, well, yeah, I think right now there's a general correlation between oil and the markets. Hey, Mike. Now, it's not like last week. Last week, it was almost like movement for movement. It's not quite here, but like broadly speaking, if there's a plunge on oil, I think there will be a nice upwards move here. Yeah, I agree. Nice candle at the trend line, but it's the oil thing that's got me a little bit, that's got me over here kind of cracking walnuts. All right, Zach, dump oil, dump. So Zach is either short oil or he wants, see? And we're coming, let's just, there we go. So here is oil. My contention is this. If this comes down through here, we're going to see a nice, beautiful breakout. So let's just kind of, we'll watch it side by side. That's my thesis at least. But right now, I don't know if it wants a double bottom or break. That's why I'm not taking any trades, because we are right at a spot where it could very realistically double bottom here. Trying along here. It's all right, Labradabra, I appreciate it. As always, Labradabra with the trade plans ahead of time. Okay. Oh, hey. All right, there we go. Breakout. Okay, look at oil. It's coming down, retesting the lows. So there we go. Well, if you have this thesis, Clay, why are you not doing anything? Well, I don't know what the thesis actually wants to do. I have no idea. I have zero suspicions on if oil wants a double bottom. If I thought oil wanted a double bottom here, I'd certainly be getting short over here. But I'm not quite sure right now. So I'm just a spectator at this moment in time. Always fade Carlos. All right, AJ, this is your final warning. Type ABC because I think you might just be a bot. So if you don't type ABC, we have learned that bots are not able to do that. And if not, we'll just go ahead and ban you because you're, as far as I can tell, you are a bot. I'll let you know what you should have done after the move. Well, your name is Hindsight Harry, so that you would be living up to your name. Why would a bot fade? I don't know, because this person never replies. They just say random stuff, and then they just disappear. So it makes me think that it's some kind of bot. No shame in not knowing. It's when you don't know. And correct. Well said. See, there we go. Look at it hammering. Look at the double bottom here, and then this breakout is starting to struggle. Okay, DJ, I didn't ask you to type ABC, brother. The breakout is fake. I will sell. Okay, well, where are you selling and where's your stop loss at, Pro X Gamer? The clay oil theorem. No, let's call it the model because that always sounds so much better. Yeah, this is the clay oil model. Man, oil is hanging on by a thread. That pink line is the overnight low. It's at the pivot point. It makes sense why it's struggling right here. It's at a struggling to go down, that is, because it is at a key area of support. But if this thing can get a flush moving, we're about to see a breakout. I'm in long, all right? I don't know if I know that. I've probably heard that one before, but I don't know it off the top of my head. Yeah, I agree with Joshua. Hit the like button if you're enjoying. Okay, get maybe a breakdown through. Oh, no, wants to bounce. Just got in long for crude oil. Yeah. That is one thing, yes. I mean, maybe some people are trading crude right now too. Okay, there we go. Let's see that breakout. Let's see that breakout. Come on now. Come on now. Come on, look at it. There's the green coming. Come on. Push down a little bit more oil, and you guys are going to get that breakout. There it goes, oil. This is very disappointing. Yeah, okay. The fact that we didn't even push the new highs on MNQ when oil just did what it did, I'm going to go ahead and say the clay model did not work. That is wild. So, So interesting correlation right now. It's seeming like the market being defined as, well, I don't know, did ES do anything for you ES traders? It seems like the market is kind of brushing off what oil is doing now. Market doesn't actually care too much about what oil is doing based on what we're witnessing right now. Look at this, 5-minute dropping to new lows, and the 2-minute is still just stuck right here. As much as it hurts my ego to say, I got that blatantly wrong. Clay, that's because Nvidia rejected. I don't know about that one, Mambo. I'm not sure on that one. Yes, I will agree that Nvidia plays a role, but I don't think Nvidia would be a bigger role than oil right now. Wow. Yeah. But like this action right now, look at oil dropping 2 new lows, and then MNQ is just sitting here. Again, this is oil 5-minute time frame. This is MNQ 2-minute time frame. My theory was if this double bottom does not double bottom, we're seeing a breakout here. And yeah, it did not double bottom. Got a big, almost a dollar, not quite, but anyways. Sell time. All right, verse ace, gone. I still don't know if that's ever a woman. I think we might have been trolled this whole time. I think that's a dude. Wow. Yeah, sure, it's bouncing up a little bit, so this makes somewhat sense. Oil is bouncing, this one's coming back down, but yeah, that's also just, I don't think that's actually the correlation right now. So I don't know. There we go. My thesis right now is that the correlation is broken. The main markets are kind of just doing their own thing right now. Well, what's your proof of that? Well, I don't know. The past 10 minutes on the live stream right there. We just watched it play out and watched my oil model get kicked in the hedge nuts, or I'm not mechanically inclined. The bolts. Hey, if you're enjoying this in any way, shape, or form, if you don't mind hitting that like button, that would be fantastic. I understand it may not seem like it's doing a whole lot, but yeah, hitting that like button does help. It does make a difference. So like I said, if you're finding any value here, if you don't mind hitting that like button, I very much so appreciate it. I mean, Anthony, we can see that Versace is doing it intentionally on purpose now. Yelling, sell, sell, sell. I mean, they know better than that. So like at this point, they're doing it just to be obnoxious. Good, Pro X Gamer. I'm at a solar warehouse right now. I work here. Cool. Hey, JP. We sell Generic, but now it is better. Sour Baby, I think you might be way far behind. Because I talked about Generac, I mean, at this point, almost like 2 hours ago. So Sour Baby 2.0, I think you somehow you were no longer watching this live. Solar is the way. Maybe. I don't know. Can't say I've done a whole lot into silver, or not silver, solar research. I oversized last hour and got slapped on the face. Well, at least you didn't cook. Clay, if that's true, they're going to hear you in 2 hours. That is a sad thing. I guess somebody could talk to them in the chat. So somebody want to know that Sour Baby? I think they'll see that right away, though. So can somebody type to Sour Baby and let them know that I think they're about 2 hours in the past? Thank you, Nas. I think the chat is relative to the stream, though. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Yeah, okay, so even this. So here's oil, once again, pretty impressive bounce from these lows. And notice right here. Yeah, there's a pullback, but it's not like this is pulling back in any significant way. So yeah, my new thesis seems to hold true, that the market is kind of brushing off oil and doesn't really care about what oil is doing right now. So we'll see if that continues or not moving forward, but that's the current. LME is having technical issues on metals. What does that mean? What are the technical issues? What are the issues, brother? All right, I am interested in a long down around this area. All right, I'm going to get rid of that trend line here. Where'd that? There we go. So right around this general area, interested in we had a general consolidation area right here. We now also have the 200. So all right. Let me get. Okay, here we go. There is a bit of a knife catching component to it. Now I believe I have reason to think that a knife catch or a knife might at least give a little bit of a bounce right there. But there's also no point in lying to myself. I am going to try to catch a knife. Hey, Jennifer is here. Good to see you, Jennifer. Got clapped, so decided to feed a few hungry. Oh, sorry to hear that. Yeah, thank you for using code Clay, but yeah, sorry to hear you got some walnut crackage. Do you think it's not correlating because of rollover? I don't know. That's Richard. I'm not sure. Ooh, gold with a nasty rollover here. Again, I'm looking to get long here. Down at this area if it wants to pull back some more. So oil up to. Well, on the 2-minute here, oil with I don't think too many people would put up bear pennant. So if you like bear pennants on oil, 2 minutes gotta, at least the way I see that, I would call that a bear pennant. So just FYI for you bear pennant lovers. Yeah, I just got smoked watching oil and trading. Yeah, that is not what I would have thought. Good to see you're still the same. You know what, Jennifer, I'm trying my best. Just got done yelling at some kids to get off my lawn. Just watched the episode of Matlock, followed by Judge Judy, and now here I am. Worked well. Yeah. Last week it was almost a movement by movement correlation, but that seems to have ended. Again, looking for a long down here, trying to be patient. I love that show. Which one, Judge Judy or Matlock? Take if I could read anger management classes. Huh? Forgot that you chugged a serving of Ensure while watching Matlock. That's true. I wonder if correlation is sketchy because President said. I did see, yeah, we had a conversation about the higher oil prices are better. I did not know that there was a new Matlock show. Nas, have you seen Braveheart yet? Who's Claire? Bears will take control at 765. Okay, so are you getting short down there, Eddie, then? My Webull charts are so off from Tradovate. What are you trading? Futures? One reason for that might be you have different contracts on each one. Maybe one you're watching the H contract and the other you're watching the M. Oh, does somebody think I'm angry? Yeah, it's crazy how, like, the minute somebody raises their voice a little bit, they're like, man, you're angry. Colombo for the win. My Webull. Yeah, what I'm asking, though, is our C-Wiz, make sure it's an apples to apples comparison. Meaning, look at this letter within your contracts. It could be that one of those is an M and the other one is an H. Yeah, I saw the firm. Oh, all right. So there you go. Thank you for watching, Braveheart. I'm glad it did not let you down. Yeah, it was different this morning. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, hey, Mark's Charts. I know you're new here, so welcome. But one of the rules around here, given I have 6 kids, speak as though at any moment, any one of my young children who are learning to read, so they love to read everything, could run in the room and start reading the chat box. So Mark Shards, if you could just speak as though that is a possibility, because it is, I would appreciate it. But I understand you did not know that, so I know you meant nothing ill intent by it. No, you're good. No apology even needed, because I understand you didn't know, and that's fair enough. Just like Back to the Future. Oh yeah, Braveheart is an absolute classic. Agreed. I'm going to cancel this order out right now because I forgot that it was there. So I don't want to risk forgetting about it. So if it comes back down, that'll spark my memory to throw out an order to get long, but I don't want to risk forgetting. Yeah, my 3-year-old has 2 in daycare. That must be a different conversation. I'm not sure what. We start going down. We are at the top of orb. Okay, so are you in right now? Loan? Like, how are you going to make money from that statement? I went long in oil and it came to a screeching halt. Okay, so you're short. And where's your stop at, Loan? Where are you at short and where's your stop? I assume that Nvidia had their thing, because usually those guys are on time. Because in corporate America, things that like you want to be on schedule with things. So it's seeming like Nvidia did not have really any effect at all. But I guess I don't know for sure whether or not it happened. Has to be in school, I meant, else I can't trade. She's my business likes. My screensaver is dolphin swimming. Ah, gotcha. Hey, Noble. I'm in short from 696. Okay, your stop. All right, well, thank you, Lone. I appreciate that. Very methodical pullback right now. And this is where for me it becomes hard to get patient. Well, I guess $12 is better than nothing. Closed out and probably going short. Well, as long as the $12 came with good habits, that is what matters most. I would gladly take a $12 Green Day with good habits compared to a $1,200 Green Day with bad habits. Because with bad habits, the market's going to get that $1,200 back. It is going to get that. It is going to get it. Don't look at the amount, folk. Look at the habits. Amounts don't mean anything. Habits mean stuff, though. Short? I don't know. I'm thinking of a long down here, so I'm not doing anything right now. Mar. I'm doing a little bit of kind of hindsight confirmation analyzing right now. So, warning, some hindsight armchair quarterbacking is about to come your way. But a lot of this price action, kind of more the slower variety, it does make sense given the Fed announcement on Wednesday. This is pretty typical, where the market, it's not quite as emphatic as it can be. I know. Well, yeah, easy to say no in hindsight, and that's fair. That's fair. But also, if you kind of look at the history of things, this action is not really shocking, given that bit of what we know is coming on Wednesday. Cheers, Kenny. Keynote 11A. Oh, wait. Oh, it's at 2 p.m.? I could have sworn somebody said earlier that Nvidia guy was speaking at 1 p.m. Maybe I read that wrong. Yeah, and the rollover contracts, that's a good point, BMR. That's not helping things either. Okay, maybe along here. Okay. Let's buckle up, folks. Don't be scared. If you are thinking of a long down there, why do you not consider it a short here? Well, because I don't know that the price is going to go down there. But you're right. Yeah, if I thought like, oh man, I think there's a great likelihood that I get a long down there, then yeah, I'd get short right here. But I have no idea if I'm going to get filled. AK, I have no idea if the price is actually going to come down here. Just because any trader is looking to get it in at a certain spot, that does not mean that like they have a whole, they don't have a lot of confidence that they're actually going to get filled. Like and now in fact I should probably move this down to right around here. But do I have any confidence that I'm going to get filled? I have no idea if I'm going to get filled. Therefore, there's no way I'm getting short right here. So hopefully that makes sense. Hey, can we get 2 more likes? We are 2 likes away from a nice round 300. Now, if we push over 300, that's fine too. But are there 2 kind souls out there that would be willing, that find enough value here to say, yeah, I'm going to hit that like button? If so, that would be great. Oh, 2 p.m. Eastern is when he's supposed to speak. Okay, so in about 15 minutes, things could get real spicy. Not a great idea to get a short, then turn around, get long. Well, I mean, Marks, it all depends on the risk management. I mean, it depends on confidence levels and all that sort of stuff. But can you sometimes outfancy yourself? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. 338. Wow, we got some knights in shiny armor. We got a short squeezed in the likes. The shorts are getting squeezed. Oh, nice. Thank you, everybody. We're going for 4. We might have a new record today. 460. So I guess 461 would break the record. I think we got a chance. Ooh, that's... Well, doggone it. Wait, no. Did I have was my original entry point would have been filled? Can somebody confirm that for me? Did I move my entry away from what would have been filled? I don't remember where my entry was, though. Are you serious? Oh, stop saying yes, everybody. Just lie to me. Lie to me. Say no, Clay, you would have been fine. In this moment, you have my permission. Please just lie to me. Say no, Clay, you weren't even close. Doggone it. I don't even know why I did that. Doggone. Well, okay, let me ask this. Maybe this will help. I had no chat. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for being liars. But did anybody take that trade? Did anybody not just go into baboon mode and cancel out? I have no idea why I even did that. I was walking my turtle and didn't see where your snapping turtle? Well, I hope at least some of you took that trade. You would have made 5. Okay, now you're just rubbing it in. Now you're just rubbing it in. Now you fools are just rubbing it in. $100, 115 profit. Now, okay, Matt Marks charts. Stop. This is one of the points that sends me off the deep end. 115 profit, not much. What do you mean? Okay, let me ask you this. How long did it take you to make 115? Here's a little psychological trick I'll teach you to be a little bit more appreciative of things. How long did it take you to make that 115? On my way to work, SMH, listening to my truck. Listening to your truck, I like it. You have chosen wisely. No, for real though. Like how long? How long were you in that trade to make that 115? I want to teach you a trick. It's what I do to myself all the time to help keep perspective. Because I can tell you right now, you have lost perspective, and I'm going to prove it to you. So how long were you in that trade? Less than 8 minutes. All right, let's just call it 10 minutes. So here's the hypothetical. Somebody is sitting next to you, watching you trade, and that person makes $50 an hour. Would you ever complain in front of that person? Would you ever be like, oh man, I only made $115 in 8 minutes? Would you ever say that in front of the person sitting next to you that makes $50 in an hour? Would you ever say that? You know what I mean? So like, I understand. I'm the same way. It's easy to look around social media and see huge numbers and see all this stuff. And then for you to look at your results and be like, man, I only made $115 in 8 minutes. But like, that's such a distorted perception. So always use that trick. Would you ever do that in front of somebody making, I don't know, heck, $100 an hour? The person making $100 an hour would be like, wait, excuse me? Did you just complain about making $119 in 8 minutes? So use that as a little mind trick to help you stay grounded in reality. Because, man, it is so easy, especially in this day of social media, to get ungrounded from reality. Yeah, I think we've all been guilty of that. Good stuff. Hey, well, thanks for being here, Mike. No, I understand. Like I said, tricking is a weird thing, and that's one of the things that shows how weird it is, how detached we can become. But at the end of the day, if that $115 was made with good habits, that is by far what matters most. Because a $1,000 green day with bad habits is actually not a good day. All right, maybe along here. Maybe kind of, sort of, right around, oh! Here we go. I'm cooking right there. Why? Because I just dropped that yellow line and look where it showed up here on the 5 minute. Right here at that pivot point, dotted brown line. Now, does that mean that it will bounce? No, there are no guarantees. But is this a logical area? Yup. Now, but I am catching a knife. So there's no point to lie about it. I'm not going to lie to myself. I am trying to catch a knife. But I do believe that this knife catch location makes sense. But we'll see what happens. Okay. Getting close. Getting close. Getting close. Don't cancel this time. No, I'm going to hold steady for now. Yeah, Jennifer, I'll have to look into it. Oh, you dirty rat. Well, there we go. I was right. It wanted to pull back and bounce, but notice I'm not making any money. That's because trading, unfortunately, is more than broad statements. Because, yeah, my broad statement was right. Pull back and bounce, and that's exactly what I did. But I got the nuance wrong, right? That is why trading is hard, because you got to get the nuance right, too. Am I still trading the March contracts? Yeah, I'm on the H. Right there. I like to have 500 cash next to me while I'm trading and give back as I trade them. Oh, that's interesting. That's an interesting little trick. It bounced off the Brazil VWAP. Doggone it. I knew I should have added in the Brazil VWAP. This guy think he made money in 1 minute. Dude, you are sitting there the whole day. I'm sorry, translate, I have no idea what you're saying. I don't know what you mean by that. This guy think he make money in 1 minute. Dude, you are sitting there the whole day. I think you mean sitting here the whole day. But yeah, if you want to clarify your position, maybe I can better interact with it. I'm not sure you're quite here for good faith. I think aren't you the guy earlier that was saying I need anger management classes or something? So yeah, ignore the trolls. You're right. I think they're a troll, but I don't want to jump the gun too quick. He probably means it doesn't only take 1 minute because you sit there. Oh, I see. Okay. I mean, and that's true. That is true. But it's not necessarily true. But let's just concede. Let's say it takes you 3 hours to make, I don't know, $200. And in futures trading, $200, I'm not saying it's easy, but it's realistic. Okay, so 3 hours for $200, and you're sitting next to the guy making, 50 bucks an hour. You still wouldn't complain. Not to mention, I mean, when you're just sitting here, yeah, you're spending time sitting here, but like, there's so many other things you could be doing at the same time. You know what I mean? So it's not quite apples to apples, but it's reasonable. I can see what he's saying. Thank you for helping clarify. Okay, I'm interested in another or not another, but I will try again. But this time right here. And then I'll put my stop down below here. Yeah, 7 point. Yeah, I'll take that. I can take that risk. But yes, I mean, so let me put it this way. To his point, that is true. If you're sitting there for 8 hours and then even with good habits, you make 50 bucks, at that point, there's something wrong, right? On a consistent basis. I realize maybe one day there's just no setups, but like futures are good enough where the whole point is you should be using they open up the opportunity to use your time wisely. But yes, if futures are open 23 hours a day, if you're like, man, Clay, I drank the power drinks and I sat there for 23 hours and look at me, brother, I'm up 115 bucks. At that point, you got to do the calculations. You are working for an hourly rate that is, yeah. But yes, I am operating under the premise that like you're not sitting here like huge swaths of time. Because again, with futures and day trading, that's like the power of futures, how quickly they move. I play video games and trade. I'm here doing what I've done. Yeah, exactly. And every case is a little bit different. First time made 98 bucks within 8 minutes. And again, just as a reminder, I didn't say that was like a perfectly flawless example. It was a mind trick. So translate, you got to keep that in mind too. Well, technically, Clay, well, yes, I realize anything you can say with technically, you can be made to poke some holes in. So yes, right, I can say playing the lottery is stupid. And you could be like, well, technically, Clay, if you pick the right lottery numbers, it's like, okay, sure. In that sense, well, technically, you're right. Playing the lottery was not stupid. So like, there's a little give and take there too, translate. I got your point. Good. Well, hopefully you have my point that you sort of nitpicked it. And no, translate, I'm not angry right now. I'm just politely pushing back and hoping we can find a common ground. I have to talk very, very softly to translate, or else he thinks I'm angry. It's okay, translate. It's a safe place here, brother. Well, it's not safe with these things around, but besides those. All right, and he's laughing good. He's got a sense of humor. That's good. A sense of humor goes far. A sense of humor will take you far in this life, or at least that's my premise. Hey, Krim. I made 400 to 2,600, then held past, oh no, 4 and watch my stops disappear in my, oh no. Yeah. Here's the thing though, is like, it depends on your definition of a newbie mistake. But like if you define a newbie mistake as like forgetting orders, forgetting to cancel them, then I don't think, my premise is this, those mistakes never go away. You're always going to make newbie mistakes. And I would say, yeah, cancel, like forgetting about an order, like that's such a noob thing to do. But like, I still have those every now and then. I've been burnt by them and really, I don't think those mistakes ever quite go away. Is that the mad scientist look or the mad trader? Oh, this right here, boy? I'll let you decide. That's true, Brad. Technically, if you use code CLAY, all caps, yes, code CLAY, all caps, does feed hungry children. Again, code CLAY, all caps, with Take Profit Trader or any of the prop firms that you may use, it does feed hungry kids. That is true. I have 6 kids, and they are all mine. Okay, that didn't come out the right way. Yes, of course, they are all mine. What I meant was the children you are feeding are my children because I have 6 of them. But yes, technically speaking, you are feeding hungry children. They just do happen to be mine. But yeah, that totally did not come out the right way. Noob is Boone backwards, which is part of baboon. Oh, that's a deep discovery. Code Clay feeds hungry children. Super chats buy. That's true. Yes, super chats give them diabetes. All right, I'm going to try a short, I think, up here. Okay, I want to see how this candle closes. And if we get a nice spicy candle, then I'm going to throw my next order right here for a short. And then I can throw my stop right above there. And yeah, I'm at like a 6-ish point stop. I like that. All right, so this candle needs to move around for about 23 seconds. So these are 2-minute candles. For any beginner out there, that just means they move around for 2 minutes. And that clock is telling me right there when this candle will be done moving around. So when this hits 0, a new candle will start to form. Oh, well, wait a second here, buddy. Don't drop down too far. Don't drop down too far, brother. Okay, 2, 1. There's the next candle. There we go. And there's my stop. Yeah, it come up a little bit more. There we go. All right. So looking for a short at the red line. Green is my stop. So we'll see what wants to get cooked up here. Okay, verse ace. This is truly the final warning to you. You know full well that running around yelling sell, 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 buy, buy, buy is frowned upon. So if you do it again, then to me that's just confirmation that you're just here to troll around. Okay? Capiche? Clay, I send you a screenshot of a crazy 1 micro. Ooh, the power of 1 micro potentially. Okay, I'm trying to get short at the red line. If it wants to come back up. Ooh, oil has found support once again at its overnight low. We can totally get... Yeah, I think we have a chance at 400 likes today. Hey, dumb money. I was suggesting a level that I was taking. Yeah, again, that doesn't help your case. You know the right way to suggest the level that you're going to trade is to map out a trade plan. That's like you literally just proved my point. So yes, if you do not mind, please do it the way I know that you know how to do it. That would be great. All right, have a good one, Karan. Oh yeah, Nvidia. All right, that's true. I'm going to cancel that out because Nvidia CEO is going to be talking, I think, any minute. Is that true? And the Nvidia CEO, that boy can move the market. At least the NASDAQ market, that is. And given I'm trading MNQ, yeah, that just crossed my mind too, Reward. Like, verse ace, are you Ranger Walker? Like that, I don't know. That was my exact thought too. Like, did they just slip in their calling card there? I don't like sweatshirt Clay. I was cold. It's cold here right now. What platform are you using? Well, two layers to that question. Layer number 1 is I'm in a prop account. So the prop firm I'm with is Take Profit Trader. And then through that prop firm, I'm using Tradeovate. So if you want to help support the stream, you can go to the link up at the top there. That is for Take Profit Trader. Again, that's the prop firm I'm using. Code Clay gives you the 40% off. And then 0 activation fee. And then through them, I'm using Tradeovate as technically the platform. Thoughts on Apex? I have no thoughts. I don't use. My thoughts are take profit trader is where it's at. Let me put it this way, PR squared. If you are new to the prop firm space, if you're a beginner, I'll just show this. So here are my thoughts summarized very quickly. If you are a beginner to the prop firm space, then yeah, take Private Trader. They're the king of the mountain because they have very clear rules. If you're experienced, I still think an experienced person should use Take Private Trader. Due to their rules and their payout policy. But yeah, if you're experienced and you understand rules better, then these are plenty other ways. And if you want to help support the stream, code Clay all caps with any of these is how you can do that. So that's kind of a quick little summary there of my thoughts. But I recommend Take Profit Trader. So I don't have any thoughts on Apex 4.0. And quite frankly, I think that's going to be a lot to do. Ooh. Well, I'm glad I did not get shorter on there because this is... But then, okay, has the Nvidia guy started to talk yet? This is very important in my mind. This happens all... yeah, but me and Jimbo are like real life friends. So I'm kind of doing it just to troll him. But like, I actually know Jimbo. Whereas Versace, there's question marks. I'll put it that way. You are welcome, Patricia. 710, nice place to short. And then where would be a nice place for your stop loss, dumb money? So we got 0.1 of 3. So fair enough, 710, nice place to short. And where would be a nice place for your stop loss, dumb money? Hey, let's get 24 more likes. Let's get this up to 400 likes. Are there 24 people in here? Maybe. I think we still have a chance at a new record. New record would be 461 likes. So if we can get ourselves a short squeeze going here in the likes, maybe we can... have a record-breaking stream. Account sizes that I like are the 50K and the 150K. With that said, Steve-O, if you're brand new to the prop firms, I think a 50K is the best one to start off with. And then where you go from there, maybe you end or land on the 50K being your favorite. Maybe it's the 25K. Maybe it's a 75K, 100K. There is no black and white answer to what the best size account is. 773 stop loss. All right, sounds good. Oh, 737. I'm assuming that's up over the highs there. All right, dumb money. Got to give respect where respect is due, given a trade plan ahead of time. Yeah, 50K. All right, Barack, I love to see it. Everything mapped out ahead of time. That's good stuff right there, brother. Oil is just a chop fest right now. Oh, hey. Okay. Getting some movement. Getting spot. Oh, wait. And I keep forgetting the Nvidia dude's speaking. So that should not be. I think he's speaking. Yes, again, as a reminder, Nvidia CEO is giving some sort of speech. And yes, Nvidia can move the NASDAQ market. Not yet. Were you here for that, Nathan, when the one guy was like, 25K is the greatest thing ever, and then like 7 messages later, somebody else was like, 25K size, those are scams. I'm like, yep, that's the point. It's all about personal preference. He's not speaking yet. All right. Ty can be oh my goodness. I am going to try a short up here. And I'm just going to throw my stop over the high right here. You can see right here, it's been rejected here several times before. Okay, I'm in. I'll take that little scalpy scalp. I'll take that scalpy. I don't even know. Did I get full position size on that? That happened so fast. Well, if you chose not to scalpy scalp and you let it cook, nice job. You got yourself... Well, you had yourself over a 10-point move there and very quickly. Now the question becomes, is this about to be a long? Let's see if it can build out a bull flag. If it can do something like this, give or take, I will be interested for a long. But yeah, let's see how the next few candles take shape. And if it consolidates out and does something like this, do we get something like that? That is the question. It's not started yet. Nvidia. Okay. Well, I know Ty is watching, and Ty is a trustworthy news source. So Ty will hopefully let us know. Oil dump. Ooh. Yeah, not quite through the lows, though. Good. Who was that? Bryson? Thank you, Bryson. Appreciate that. Oh, my goodness. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. To quote my wife. Oh, dear. $29,000 waiting in the Nvidia live stream. That's wild. Yeah, oil with the breakdown, too. I did not violate that. Here, let's use this. Basically a little miniature double bottom right there. Waiting live stream, nothing yet. Roger that. Once again, anybody just getting logged on here, Nvidia CEO is about to give a speech. And the NASDAQ market, which is what we're watching here, does definitely tend to care of what's going on in the world of Nvidia. So I could very, very easily see Nvidia getting spicy here. I'm sorry. I could see MNQ here getting spicy depending on what the Nvidia guy says. Pullback. So yeah, I think this is certainly worth at least mapping out now. Is seemingly this area of resistance has held true. So triple top there. 1, 2, and 3. So anybody that, well, I guess I played the triple top, but I scalped it, so I've been out. But yeah, anybody playing that triple top that held, good job so far. Looking good, looking good. All right, I can't do that. You guys would be so proud of me. My bladder has been like a good old heavy support level. It has been putting up a fight, but it's got nothing left. I'll be right back. Did I miss anything? No? All right. Is he talking yet? No? Okay, I stand corrected. I thought in the corporate world this dude would be on time. Yeah, dang, my kind of little predictions here have been a little monka S. Yeah. Kind of like this little pullback here. Maybe we can maybe curl back up. But it's just the unknown. Nvidia guy could start speaking at any moment, and then what happens? Nobody knows. It's so wild right now. Like, it's 22 here right now in Iowa. Like, super cold. But hey, 22 degrees on Monday, and then on Wednesday it'll be to 58, and then on Friday it's going to be 78. So we're going from winter on Monday to basically a nice summer day on Friday in the span of 1 week. Crazy. Hey, come on, hit that. Can we get this up to at least 400 likes? That would be goal accomplished, actually. Are there 10 more people? Do I have 10 knights in shining armor out there that can help push this up over 400 likes? That would be great. That would actually be the goal accomplished. He will try to pump his stock with some fluff news and lip service. I mean, that seems reasonable. I can't imagine the inverse being true. Like, I can't imagine him being like, he's going to try to tank his stock. Hey, 402. Thank you, everybody. And thank you, Top 440 brand. I appreciate your dedication there. Wisconsin is off its meds. Snowing in Georgia. Going to be 80 on Saturday. Okay. That's pretty wild for Georgia. I didn't realize Georgia had those sorts of swings. I thought that was just like a Midwest thing. I think it's about to start. Starting. Okay. Thank you, Top 40. All right. Well, for the final time, that way I don't want to hear about, well, I didn't know. Nvidia CEO is speaking. And Nvidia CEO, depending on what he says, could be moving the market. So be careful if you are out there. I'd say, if anything, make sure you're in a prop account. And I cried freedom. He's just about to come up here through here. Am I about to get too fancy? I think a breakout's coming. I'm going for it. It's not pulling back to fill me. There we go. Oh, now I'm filled. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Bull flag on the... Yeah, it might be a bull flag on the 15-minute. Well, it did break, but I was thinking a little bit more momentum. But I'm still going to give it a chance. The key break is really the high up above here, but... Yeah, step one, still that yellow line. Come on, brother. Get moving. Get moving, brother. Uh-oh. It's getting dancy. Uh-oh. Is he talking? Ooh, oil did break down. Holy smokes, I love to see it on oil. But it's not helping me right now. Come on. Good, I'm long at the blue line, trying to play a breakout here. Intro video? Okay. Come on. Be patient. I'm trying to be patient. I'm trying. You can't triple stamp a double stamp, though. Come on, brother. Okay, here we go. Nope. Come on. There you go. Maybe if I keep my mouth shut, every time I talk, it doesn't do what I want it to do. I mean, this does make sense. We are at this resistance, so the fact that it's putzing around should not be a shock. It's not a shock. But yeah, in my magical world, I would just love to see it not care about this resistance anymore. Okay, starting. Okay. I don't know if it's in a Disney mood right now. He is talking now. Okay, please say something good. Sir. I don't know. It's just from a chart standpoint, this looks so good for a breakout. I want to add more, but there is a speech going on. There is a speech going on. He hasn't changed his close since last time. I better not do it. I can't do it. I better not. I wanted to add there, but I didn't. Come on. Where is he talking? Hey, Chris. Good to see you. No, I think he just started talking, Chris. Again, I am long. Blue line is my entry. Bought right here thinking that this might have been a momentum continue, but not quite. But right now, just building out a little bit of a bull flag. It's going to move up. Well, you think what you mean is I think it's going to move up. Please, Darcy Effect, don't. It wasn't me. It wasn't me, Darcy Effect. Please. Top 40. If you just initiated Darcy Effect against me, we're gonna have problems, brother. Why? Why does the Darcy Effect have to hold it against me? I didn't say it. Oh, no, yeah, no, we're not talking about Trump. We're talking about Nvidia guy. I'm in a long also. Well, let's not initiate the Darcy effect. Definitely go. I appreciate the reversed attempt at the Darcy effect, poet. It's ran. I don't know. I don't know if the market's in that kind of mood today. What's he saying? He's not saying anything bullish. You think it is? Come on, brother. Hey, brother, let's do it. Just in case there's some spike. I should do it. I should do one up here too, just in case it does double top on me. There we go. I guess you never know. Let me throw out that one too, just in case there's some super. Okay, here we go. Come on. Come on, brother. Stupid yellow line. I think if I delete it, will that mean it goes up? I think that's how trading works, right? Let's try it. Let me get rid of the yellow line. Now it should go up, right? Okay, there we go. There's no yellow line there, brother. Yeah, no yellow. Hey, no, there's no yellow line. Yeah, it's gone. See? It's gone. Yeah, see? See, it's gone. There you go. It's okay. It's safe. Yeah. Look, you can look around. I promise there's no yellow line anymore. Oh, Nasdaq's a she? That's true. The blue is still there. I don't think I can get rid of the blue. Okay, the yellow line deletion didn't. I guess trading is more difficult than just deleting lines off your chart. Bummer. I was hoping it was that easy. Hello? You think I should add the yellow line back? You think that would help? Dang, maybe. I don't know. I mean, I have the, whatever we want to call. Oh, I did not. Let's make that not quite as intense. I have the bull flag here. Just, will the bull flag deliver? Will it deliver? It is making me be patient, though. That's for sure. There we go. Okay, now my entry point, which is the blue line, is like the resistance. So that's always fun. Yeah, that makes sense how it could be a she. Make it white instead of yellow. It's going to pop up. Oh, that's okay. It's just about the color. Dude, just break. Release the Kraken. You dirty dirt. I mean, you beautiful thing. Okay, do it. Get up there. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, let's make sure this is a winning trade now. Listen, don't act like the market has never caused you to speak another language before. Don't judge me, because I know it's true for you too, okay? Come on, keep breaking out. Make me speak some more languages. Let's go. Come on. Okay, so this will be a green trade now. Just trying to figure out how big of a green trade, because I don't know how high up it'll go, which is a good problem to have, right? Okay, give me a 5 if you've ever had the market cause you to speak another language before. Give me a 5 if anybody can relate to what they just witnessed. Don't lie to me. I know it's true. Has the market ever caused you to speak another language before? You see? I appreciate the honest people here. Look at all these honest people. That's great. I love to see it. Come on, brother. Get up there. Lots of French. No. I guess that's true. I didn't specify like unknown languages, but wait, somebody. All right. Woo. All right. Well, it was fun while it lasted, and then that fast. Man, for as long as I waited, I was hoping for a little bit more before that snapped down and got me, but I guess it is what it is. It is what it is at this point. It made me rather... Oh, is that what the language said? I said to use code Clay in another language. It made me rather to curse myself like never before. I felt like an idiot. We've all been there. All right, this is kind of anticlimactic. When's this guy going to say something that's worthwhile? Jennifer is bringing the heat. She has got the cayenne pepper. She got the cayenne pepper. You are, yeah. Jennifer, somebody else brought them up too. I think Vlad uses them. So I'll have to look into them more. I've never really heard of them a whole lot, but yeah, I'll have to take a look into them. That is true. That's a compelling case. As soon as I did say she, started to go up. That's true. Well, hey, if you want to help support the stream, if you enjoy and you want it to continue, code Clay, all caps, with any of these prop firms. I recommend Take Profit Trader. I think they're the king of the business, whether you're a beginner just getting started in prop firms or you've experienced. I think they should be part of at least your empire building plans. But yes, at the end of the day, if you want to ensure that the stream continues, you got to use code Clay. Maybe someday if there's sponsorships, stuff like that, the importance of code Clay will kind of not be as important, but we are not quite there yet. So I'm going to go ahead and call it good. I think that last trade was a good one, and the market seems to have really, really slowed down. So on your way out, if you don't mind hitting that like button if you have not yet. We did hit 400 likes, so that's amazing. I will be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern. So be sure to subscribe and then turn on notifications, because usually I show up early. So if you want to know exactly when I go live, like I said, notifications will help you out in that regard. But yeah, hit that like button on your way out if you don't mind. And again, code Clay, all caps, is how we can ensure that the party does continue. So thank you everybody for being here. A pretty quality Monday start, Monday morning start. Monday, it's not morning anymore. You can tell I'm going brain dead, which is typical right around this time. So thank you everybody for being here. I'll see you back tomorrow. And yeah, code Clay, hit that like button on the way out. Take care, everybody.